Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Geaux Astros. Thank you for joining me today. We have Game 3 of the Astros in Arlington to face the Texas Rangers. It's been a kind of an interesting series. There hasn't been a lot of drama as far as runs scored, but there has definitely been some drama. The end of the first game, whoops, hang on one second. I've got audio coming in my ear there. Okay, I've got that fixed. Basically, the Rangers were able to walk off game 1, and Astros and the Rangers weren't really scoring so much in that game, scoring so many runs in that game. I can give you a quick recap of that just to let you know where we're at in the series, because the series tied 1-1 and it's been very close. Rangers won 4-3 in game 1, and essentially in the 10th inning we got into extra innings, tied up 2-3 in favor of the Astros. The Astros managed to score 1 run, so they were up by 1. All they had to do was shut it down in the bottom of the 10th, but they gave up a 2-run homer to Smith, and the Rangers walked off that game. Disappointing loss for the Astros. Game number 2 was a really masterful pitching performance by Framber Valdez, and he got all the way down to the final strike and he walked a runner. Astros were winning 4-0 on that no-hitter. Corey Seager came up to bat after that walk. The very first pitch hit a 2-run homer, so that destroyed Valdez's no-hitter, unfortunately. And Josh Hader came in. They went ahead and brought Josh Hader in to close it out. Hader proceeded to walk the next guy, and guess what? Next batter came up and hit it all the way to the warning track, almost another home run to tie it up. So just in the blink of an eye, the Rangers almost not only did they take away Framber Valdez's no-hitter, but they almost tied up the game and threatened to win it. That would have been a heartbreaking loss for Framber Valdez. Josh Hader giving up too many long ball hits. He needs to find himself before long, because if the Astros want to have a chance to get into the playoffs, much less deep into the playoffs, he's going to have to be pitching better than that. But the Astros do wind up holding on for that victory 4-2. Today, our final game for this series in Arlington versus the Rangers. We're going to be starting. The opening pitch should be coming in just a couple of minutes. It's scheduled 2 minutes from now. I am in Hiroshima, Japan, calling the game live, play-by-play. It's 3:33 right now, 3:33 in the middle of the night. Still dark outside here. I got a little nap before this game, and after it's over, I imagine I'm going to go back to sleep. I'm studying Japanese here, and I am on summer break. So I just started to call these games. I decided to give it a try to build the channel. What I'm hoping is that with you guys supporting me, I can continue to get bigger and bigger and actually continue to do this As soon as summer holiday is over, I'm not going to be able to stream several of the games during the weekdays. The reason is because a lot of these games start about 9:10 or 9:05, just a little past 9 o'clock in the morning for me. And currently my classes run from 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., exactly the same time as the Astros games. Sometimes the games start like this one, 3:30 in the morning, 2:30 in the morning, something like that, maybe 4:30 in the morning. These games I can do. Even though it's difficult, I have to get up in the middle of the night. I just try to go to bed a little earlier, do my best to get at least 5 hours of sleep. But right now, because of my schedule, I can always come back a little later after classes, get a little nap in the afternoon. I can arrange my schedule that way. I do teach online, and I can control my schedule to an extent. So if I need to get a few extra hours of rest in the afternoon, then I'll just close my schedule, come back, and get a rest. But I do appreciate you guys liking and subscribing to the channel. If you're an Astros fan, please subscribe. I appreciate that. If you're not an Astros fan, but you enjoy listening in, feel free to do that. I've said this before and I'll say it again. This channel's kind of an experiment because it's not free to do. I do have to pay for the subscription so I can watch the games live. And if my channel's not able to grow to a certain point within a certain amount of time, then I won't be able to afford continuing to pay for that subscription. So your help and support is appreciated. For those of you who would like to help ease that burden, feel free to do so by following my PayPal link and sending me a donation. That in itself would be a really big help, a huge help. A friend of mine said that I should, even if the Astros aren't in the playoffs or deep into the playoffs, I should focus on doing the playoff games, and I'll consider doing that. This channel is about Astros baseball, but also LSU Tigers football, so my plan is to be broadcasting the LSU Tigers football games also. That's the plan. So I have something to do during the off season for games that I want to watch anyway. I plan on trying to watch the Tigers football games. Might as well call them, put them on the channel, so I can have something going here year round. But I'm also seriously considering doing the playoff games for MLB and NCAA football. Astros are getting ready to come up to bat here now in just a moment. Jose Altuve and Alex Bregman are over in the grass taking some practice swings. Altuve will be leading it off, followed by Alex Bregman and Yordan Alvarez. Yainer Diaz is in the DH spot today at fourth. Jeremy Pena, Victor Caratini batting sixth, who is catching today. Jake Myers after that. And then DeCenzo, Zach DeCenzo, I'm sorry, the new guy. He's without any hits yet, but this is his second game. We'll see if he can do anything today. Dubon is batting ninth. Now my personal hero, Jose Altuve, is up to bat. And here comes the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss, 96 miles an hour in the top of the zone by Urania. Jose Urania on the mound for the Texas Rangers today. 0-1 against Altuve. Here comes the pitch. He pops this one up and just weak, just to second base there, right beyond the second base bag, and caught for no problem. That will be out number one. If he could have straightened that out just a little bit, that would have been a nice single. Just got underneath it too much. Bregman comes up to bat. The first pitch to him is on the way. That's outside for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. Just barely outside. That one missed the edge of the zone by about 1 inch, it looks like. 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 pitch to Bregman. This one's right in there and lined up the middle for a base hit. Beautiful at bat by Alex Bregman, who takes 2 pitches just off the plate and then comes back on a good pitch to line it right up the middle into center field to get on first hit and first base runner of the game. Bregman has had a really good series so far. 4 out of 11, but he's been hitting the ball really hard. Yordan Alvarez comes to bat. He had a 2-run homer yesterday. Felt like forever since he had a home run. 4th fastest player in Astros history to get to 150 home runs. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Average crept back up just a little bit at 300. He had dipped below 200. He had a decent game yesterday, especially with that home run. Next pitch to him is way high for ball 2, 2-0. I'll be checking comments in the live stream occasionally, so if you guys message me, I'll take a look. 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch to Yordan, outside by a good foot. 3 balls and no strikes. Urania doesn't seem to be interested in throwing hittable pitches to Yordan. Here comes the pitch. That one's outside, ball 4. Another 1 foot off the plate. Urania doesn't throw anything even close. Not even close enough for Yordan to be swinging at. 4 straight balls to put him on base. The Astros now have Alex Bregman on second and Yordan Alvarez on first with 1 out. That brings up Yainer Diaz, who's batting .296. That'll tap her down the left side. It might be hard. There's only going to be 1 play at first base, but he's safe. That was a funny hit because Yainer took a hard swing at it, but he barely got the ball, and it was a tapper down to third. And there was just no play on him at first base. He beat that by a mile. The Astros have bases loaded now, just like that, with 1 out. That's going to bring up Jeremy Pena. Pena with an opportunity to do something here, get the Astros on the board. It would be nice to have one of those gangbuster innings where the Astros really come away with something instead of leaving runners on. Bases loaded. 1 out. Here comes the pitch from Urania to Jeremy Pena. Right on the inside corner, just barely clips it for strike 1. Jeremy's got the power to do something. He just needs to place it in the right spot. Let's see if he can do it. 0-1. Here comes the pitch. That's way low outside. Ball 1, 1-1. A grand slam would be nice. Astros were 3 for 11 with runners in scoring position yesterday. Not good at all. This one is low and outside again. 2 balls, 2-1. Pena looking better right now, not swinging at those garbage pitches. Several games ago, he was just hacking and swinging away at all sorts of mess. Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Urania. This one's hit towards short. Looks like it might be a double play. No, it's not going to be. Pena beats it out. He didn't even have a throw. Bregman scores. Rangers have 2 outs, but there wasn't even a throw after that attempted double play. So the Astros come away with 1 at least. Victor Caratini's up. He'll have runners on the corners with 2 outs. He's batting left-handed today. or at this at bat, rather. First one's low and inside for ball one. Victor Caratini has the ability to switch hit. He's batting .444 against Texas. This season's average overall is .260. Here comes the pitch from Urania. This one's in the bottom part of the zone. Wow. Did he call that one a ball? That's unbelievable. I mean, it goes Caratini's way, but that ball was fully in the zone. Stunned the catcher and the pitcher, but it's 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. This one's on the outside corner, swing and fouled away by Caratini. 96 miles an hour. Couldn't quite get around on it. I can't quite tell, but it almost looks like Caratini has a large Guns N' Roses tattoo on his left arm. He's got some kind of big circular tattoo that resembles the Guns N' Roses logo. That's funny. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Here comes a pitch from Urania. Taken as ball 3 by Caratini. That one was low and outside. Good eye. Astros might load the bases again right here and bring up the powerhouse Jake Myers. He actually had a really good game yesterday. Drove in a couple of runs. Next one's outside. Ball 4. A few inches off the outside of the plate and low. Good call by the ump. Bases loaded again. If Jake Myers continues his hot streak, he had 2 singles yesterday, scoring Pena twice. Urania and the Rangers have a coach's timeout. The coach is out on the mound talking to them. Heim and Young are up there as well, having a little meeting on the mound. I have been living in Japan now for 4.5 years and living in Asia for over 11 years. It's kind of funny seeing some of these commercials now because some of these places I haven't seen or been to in, goodness, a long, long time. Jake Myers is up. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the top of the first. Here comes the pitch from Urania. That one's outside, ball 1. Misses by, I'd say about 10 inches. 1 ball, no strikes. Urania up to 20 pitches now. He comes set, and here's the delivery. This one's hit out to right field. Is that going to stay in for a play? Garcia's over there. He slides into the wall, but he can't get to it. It's going to bounce off the net. Luckily, Garcia seems to be all right. His sock slid up. His pant leg slid up on his leg there, but he's all right. Good effort by Garcia to get over there. He saw where the wall was, and he slid into it, but the ball was just too far away. That'll be strike 1 on Myers. That fly ball basically landed right by the wall on that net. He just couldn't get there in time. 1-1. Here comes the pitch to Jake Myers. Swing and a miss. Good pitch right on the outside. Looked like a sweeper kind of pitch. Gets the second strike on Myers, who calls timeout, backs out of the box, takes a really slow motion swing. Myers batting .234 for the season. Had a good game yesterday, but overall he's been struggling. Let's see if he can do it here. Takes that one for ball 2. He wanted a swing. He held up, though. It's another similar pitch to the last one, a little off the plate. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Urania. That one was very far inside, and a little check swing. They checked down at first base, but he didn't go around. I don't know why they checked. Full count. Full count for Jake Myers and Jose Urania. A walk here would bring in another run. Myers says that he was hit by that pitch, but they're not going to check it. They're going to say keep playing. Myers said that ball brushed him. It was so far inside, I wouldn't doubt it. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. This is grounded to short, long throw, and he gets him at first base by a few steps. So the Rangers get lucky, just give up one run after having bases loaded twice. Astros do come away with one, but they wind up stranding runners multiple times in that inning. 2 hits, 1 run for the Astros in the top of the first. And going into the bottom of the first, Yusei Kikuchi will be up pitching on the mound for the second time. I'm really happy that I was able to call Kikuchi's first game with the Astros. It was really meaningful to me because, I live in Japan and I do watch some Japan baseball. I'm a Hiroshima Carp fan. For those of you who know Suzuki Seiya, who plays with the Chicago Cubs. I don't care for the Cubs, but I like Seiya. So if Seiya does well and the Cubs suck, I'm happy. It's not because of the Cubs, it's just because of people that like the Cubs. I have a few unresolved conflicts, I guess, with some people that like the Cubs, so the Cubs get disliked by me as a fringe effect. But I do like Seiya, so if he does well, I'm happy to see it. He used to play with the Hiroshima Carp. So while I was actually here, when I came to Japan, Seiya was playing for the Carp, and he was doing really well. He was a big star here. And now he's playing in the MLB and doing okay, but definitely not to the scale of Shohei Ohtani, who's getting all the attention. All the stuff for sale here in Japan is Shohei Ohtani. Kikuchi will face Josh Smith, Corey Seager, and Marcus Semien to start the game off, or to start the inning off, rather, the bottom of the first. He takes his last warm-up throw on the mound. Josh Smith comes up to the box, starts to get settled in here. Kikuchi seems to be ready. Here's the first pitch. That's way outside, 94 miles an hour. A good 1.5 feet at least off the plate and low for ball 1. Josh Smith batting .275 for the season. Here comes the pitch. That one's in the low part of the zone, called strike 1. Was just a little inconsistent on those low pitches, I think. 1-1 the count against Smith. Here comes the pitch. This one's hit high into the air, shallow left field. Jordan is under it. Puts it away, no problem. Out number 1. 3 pitches, 1 out. That'll bring up Corey Seager, who's had some success against the Astros, but this is his first time facing Kikuchi here with the Astros. He grounds the very first pitch to Altuve, who scoops it up like a vacuum cleaner and fires over to Dubon, who's playing at first base. That's out number 2. No, I'm sorry. I called that one wrong. Zach DeCenzo is playing first base. He was DHing yesterday. They've got him on first base. Pretty interesting. Dubon is actually out in right field. So we'll see how DeCenzo does over there at first base today. 2 outs after 4 pitches from Kikuchi. He's now facing Marcus Semien. First pitch is about to be on the way. Here it comes. Little outside, 95 miles an hour, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch from Kikuchi, and that's low, 85 miles an hour, a few inches below the zone, ball 2. Here comes the pitch to Semien. That one's right on the outside corner, a little low and out, but just in that corner for strike 1. Semien batting .243 for the season. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. He swings and hits it out to right field. Dubon backs up just a few steps and puts it away for out number 3. So just like that, in basically about 9 pitches, Kikuchi has 3 up and 3 down, no hits. Looking good so far. Astros leading 1-0 over the Texas Rangers here in Arlington. Game 3 of this series that is tied 1-1. We're going to go into the top of the second. The Astros have coming up Zach DeCinzo, who's playing first base. Currently, DeCinzo's batting average is 0. The reason for that is because he just played his first game yesterday, and he didn't get any hits. So his numbers are looking pretty bad, but 1 hit would put him around 250, just 1 hit. Followed by Mauricio Dubon in the 9th slot, and then Jose Altuve. I'm surprised to see Dubon's batting average has fallen so much. He was up as high as like 275, 279, and now it's at 259. He's been off. Somebody was speculating, one commentator that I listen to sometimes, he was speculating that Dubon had just recently been trying to obliterate the ball. He's just swinging too hard, trying to crush it and get home runs. But Mauricio Dubon is not a power hitter. He does hit home runs sometimes, but he's not a power hitter. If you give me one moment, I can tell you how many home runs Dubon has. Yeah, Dubon is 6 foot tall, 173 pounds. I'm 6'2", but Dubon is not a big guy with big muscles. I mean, 173 pounds at 6 feet tall, that's not a mound of muscle. And so far this year, he has 4 home runs. So 4 home runs it's not a big thing. He did have a really good clutch home run recently. But overall, he's not a power hitter, so I don't know why he would be hacking at the ball so hard. Zach DeCinzo comes up. DeCinzo sporting the gold chain on his neck. Sure would be nice to see some Astros come out of the minor league and start tearing it up. Here comes the first pitch from Urania. That one's a little outside, just barely missed the zone. That was a close one. Ball 1, 86 miles an hour. DeCinzo in AAA was batting over 300. This one's hit hard out to left field, all the way out to the wall. It's off the glove of the left fielder, and he rams into the wall. He's hurt, but he limps up to get the ball. DeCinzo gets his first hit. It's a double. Who was out there in left field for the Rangers? The commentator said he hit it to right field. That's Josh Smith. That's left field. Okay, this ball was hit all the way to the warning track in left field. Josh Smith was full sprint to try to get to it. And right as he got to the warning track to get the ball, it bounced off his glove, hit the wall, and then Josh Smith hit the wall. He was hurt, but he quickly got the ball and threw it in, holding DeCinzo to a double. That brings up Mauricio Dubon, who takes ball 1. And I need to fix my base pads. I've still got the bases loaded here. There we go. Next pitch is in there for strike 1. DeCinzo's got some family that are cheering for him. They're very happy. That is his first major league hit. His batting average now can actually go into the positive numbers. Oh, he's 200 now. He's batting 200 now. Okay, so he's 5 at bats. Next pitch is in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. 2-1 against Dubon. Dubon is 2 for 26 in the last dozen games. Opportunity with a runner in scoring position here. No outs. Here comes the pitch. This one's bounced right up the middle. That's going to advance DeCinzo to third, but he's not going to be able to beat the throw out at first. So went away with DeCinzo on third base on that bouncer right up the middle. Just bounced right over the pitcher. I think that was fielded by Simeon. That brings up my personal hero, Jose Altuve. Altuve with a really good RBI opportunity here. Be interested to see what he decides to do because he sometimes has some really interesting ideas. 6th in the American League for average with runners in scoring position. Almost hit Altuve, who just barely gets out of the way. He had a funny look on his face. That was comical. 1 ball, no strikes. Urania's quickly on the mound looking for the pitch. He's got what he wants. Here comes the second pitch to Altuve. That one's low and away. Ball 2. Jose Altuve is batting about .357 with runners in scoring position. One of the best in the American League. Base hits, extra base hits, even home runs. Next pitch is off the plate again, a good 6 inches. That's ball 3. 3-0 to Altuve. He's pitching to Altuve like he pitches to Jordan. Wow. Here comes the 3-0 pitch to Altuve. That one's high, but called strike 1. That was unfair. They said coming into this game, the OPS of Altuve versus Urania was like 3,000. That's insane. So Urania does not have a good time with Altuve. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Little low and outside. It's going to be ball 4. Altuve tosses his pads and stuff, his bat over to the side, and he takes first base. Runners on the corners now for the Astros. I need to update my base pads. Man, this game is moving so quick. It's got me behind. The coach is going to be visiting the mound again. That's the 2nd mound visit already. We're just 4 outs. This is just the 4th out for the Rangers for Urania. Alex Bregman coming to the bat with 1 out and runners on the corners. And they've already got pitchers going in the bullpen. Maddox, the coach for the Rangers, is out talking to Urania. Hey guys, I see that we got about 10 people listening in. I appreciate you being here. If you get the time or the opportunity, please like the video. If you're interested in following the Astros or listening to the playoff games later this year, I invite you to subscribe. If you're feeling saucy, you can click on my PayPal link, send me a donation to help me pay for this subscription. And I can keep doing these live streams. Urania's back on the mound now, ready to go, facing Alex Bregman with runners on the corner, 1 out. Here comes the pitch. First one is swing and fouled back. Catcher runs over. It's going to be out of play. Yeah, that's a good 20, 25 feet into the stands. Bregman trying to fly out like he does too often. Luckily, that one's out of play. Calm down, Bregman. Straighten that ball out. Let's see one of those line drive home runs that you like to hit. No balls, 1 strike to Bregman. Here comes the 38th pitch already for Urania. That one's a little outside. Ball 1, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Runners on the corners. 1-1 versus Alex Bregman. Here comes the pitch from Urania. This one's fouled away. 96 right in the middle of the zone. Fouled off to the first base side and into the crowd by Bregman. That'll be strike 2. Any of you guys who go to these games, you got to tell me some of these prices. How much does it cost for French fries or pizza or a burger or a hot dog? 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. It looks like it's going to be a double play. And the Astros do not get a run there as Bregman grounds to shortstop. It would have been better if he had bunted the ball. He would have had a chance to get a run in and avoid Altuve getting out. That would have been the better play. Actually, now that I think about it, it would have been nice if they had gotten Bregman to bunt the ball. Altuve would have easily been able to beat the throw to second base. DeCenzo could have been running on that play. had an opportunity to score, but Astros strand 2. Now that's how many runners the Astros have stranded so many runners already this game. They've had several opportunities with either 2 or 3 runners on in the first and the second inning, but they've only come away with 1 run. That's pretty unacceptable if you think about it. If the Astros got 2 or 3 runners on every single inning and they scored at this rate, I think at the end of the game they would only have 4 runs, and that's definitely unacceptable. But that's where it is. Let's take a look at the stats. 3 hits, 1 run, no errors for the Astros. We'll go into the bottom of the second. Rangers with no hits and no runs. Josh Young will be coming up to bat in just a moment, followed by Wyatt Langford and Nathaniel Lowe. Or was it Nathaniel Lau? Some of these pronunciations, I have to listen to another announcer to know how to say them. Here comes the first pitch to Young. That's a little high and outside for ball 1. Here comes the next pitch. This is hit out into left field, and it's going to bounce right in front of Jordan for a single. So the Rangers have a base runner on with that hit by Josh Young with no outs. A leadoff hit. The first hit off Kikichi. No hitters today for anybody. That brings up Wyatt Langford. Batting .240 this season. Here comes the first pitch to him. Very first pitch swings Caratini's back, but it looks like it's going to float out of play. Yeah, that one bounces about 15 feet into the stands. Some lucky fan gets it on a big bounce. 0-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch from Kikichi. Swing and a miss. High strike. Good pitch. 96 miles an hour right in the top of the zone. Well placed. 0-2. That was actually a pitch that I hit pretty well through my short baseball career. Another high fastball, but that one is just above the zone, taken for ball 1, 1-2 against Langford. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Kikichi. This is his 14th pitch of the game. That one's bounced in the dirt. And he's going to run to second, and a wild throw by Caratini. He's going to advance to third base. Terrible decision there by Caratini to throw that ball. It didn't look like he had an opportunity, and he threw it so far to Altuve's left, he had no chance to get it. The ball was in the dirt. Caratini looked like he thought he had a chance to get him out, but not so sure about that. Not a very good decision to throw that. Runner on third, no outs. Next pitch is right on the zone, right on the edge of the zone there. Called a ball. Now it's a 3-2 count. No outs, runner on third. Game gets kind of ridiculous within just a couple of pitches. Kikichi needs to calm down and get that ball better located. Here comes the full count pitch to Langford. This is a ground ball right at Pena, who holds the runner at third and gets the out at first base. And 1 away. .103.5 miles an hour off the bat. 2 quick hops, and Pena fields it cleanly. Takes a look, makes sure the runner doesn't advance, and then fires it to first. 1 out. That brings up Nathaniel Lowe. That first pitch is right on the outside corner for strike 1. 95 miles an hour. 0-1. Low batting .260 this year. 1 for 18 in the last 5 games. Here comes the pitch. That one's in the bottom of the zone. Strike 2. 0-2. I'm about to have to make myself some more coffee. 0-2 with 1 out, runner on third. Here comes the pitch. Moo right in there. Got him looking. Strike 3. There was no doubt about that one. 3-pitch strikeout. Runner still on third, but now 2 outs. Wow, that was a beautiful series of pitches from Kikichi. There was no question about that one. Couldn't get any better than that. Brings up Adolis Garcia. Here comes the first pitch. This one's right down the middle. It's hit to center field. It looks like it's going to be playable by Myers, and it is. He gets it right by the edge of the warning track. 1 pitch to Garcia, who drives it pretty hard, but the Astros put it away, and they come away without giving up a run. Excellent comeback there by Kikichi after giving up a hit. And then the wild pitch leading to second base being taken, and then the wild throw to second base by Caratini leading to the runner getting all the way over to third with no outs. He came back from that and got the next 3 batters. So with 1 hit, the Rangers come away with nothing. That's the end of the second, guys. We'll go into the top of the third. Coming up to bat next, Yordan Alvarez, Yainer Diaz, and Jeremy Pena. Urania is still listed as being on the mound, but it's possible that they will be pulling him off. We'll see. I'll update that as soon as we come back. For those who are listening in, thanks for being here. Make sure you hit that like button at least if you don't mind. That would really help me out and help out the channel. I'm only at 37 subscribers. I'm just a wee little channel right now. This is my 19th live stream game, I believe. My 20th game will be the first game the Astros play against the Red Sox, which is coming up either tomorrow or the next day. I kind of hope it's the next day. It'd be nice to have a break. I've been calling all of these games recently because I'm on summer break. Let's see. The next game at Boston is the 9th. So it is tomorrow. It does start tomorrow. No break for me. No break until several days from now, it looks like. Is that right? No, there might be a break. Okay, there might be a break. Yordan Alvarez steps up to the plate. He walked in the first inning, didn't have a single pitch to hit. Everything by Urania was thrown out of the zone, and he continues that right now with 2 straight pitches. Urania still on the mound. 6 straight balls to Yordan Alvarez, not throwing anything even near the zone right. That's kind of crazy. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Now that one's in, and it's hit hard by Yordan. It's going to go all the way to the wall. It's out! A line drive home run by Yordan. That is just desserts right there. You don't pitch to Yordan for 6 straight pitches. No pitch even close to the zone. And then you finally put one in there, and he clubs it out. A low pitch, line drive to center field, 117 miles an hour, 415 feet, sails right over the wall. Thank God Yordan is hitting home runs again. He had a 2-run shot yesterday. Gets a hug from Pena as he comes out. That's great. What a beautiful shot by Yordan Alvarez, just like that. Diaz is up. already takes a strike on the inside corner, but they're still showing him in the dugout getting congratulated by everybody. That's great. This is the 45th pitch of the game by Urania. On the outside corner taken as strike two. 2 pitches taken by Diaz for strikes. One on the inside corner, one on the outside. Man, I didn't want to call that as a home run when he hit it because the launch angle was so sharp. This one is right up the middle. It's going to get through. Diaz hits it right up the middle. It was playable by the second baseman, Simeon, but he misplayed it and it went through. We'll take a look at the replay here. Well, that was they're showing the Jordan home run replay. Let me put the runner on first base there so we can update that. There we go. Yainer Diaz is on first base with no outs. Astros up 2-0 with that Jordan solo shot. Here comes the first pitch to Jeremy Pena right in the middle of the zone for strike one. I'd really like to see that replay on Yainer Diaz's hit. They call it did they call it an error? Nope. It's called a hit. Astros have 5 hits now. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Pena. Fouled away. That's going to be 0-2 against Pena. Runner on first base, no outs. It took 50 at-bats for Jordan to get another homer yesterday, and then in the very next game he gets another one. Pena hits it into center field. It looks like it's going to carry just enough for the fielder to get it, so that's going to be out number 1. Diaz stays at first. Nice to see Pena getting the bat on the ball, though. There's another list that they've been talking about today. Fastest hitters in MLB history to get to 150 home runs. Jordan Alvarez is now 8th on that list. First pitch to Victor Caratini, who's batting left-handed, is a ball. That's the 50th pitch for Urania. Here comes the next pitch to Caratini. This one's hit hard right up the middle. Another base hit by Caratini. Diaz will turn slightly but stay at second. Good hit there. They are really hitting the ball, even if it's to a player. They're hitting it really hard. That's 6 hits for the Astros. Now they have runners on first and second with 1 out. Once again, the Astros are creating opportunities for their guys to drive them in. That brings up Jake Myers. Here comes a pitch to him. It's in the dirt. Ball 1. Heim did a good job of blocking that one, keeping the runners from advancing. 1 ball, no strikes. Urania dealing to Jake Myers. Here comes the pitch. This one's hit hard. It's going to be backhanded by Seager, and he's able to turn the double play. So just like that, the Astros will strand 2 more base runners. But not before the Astros get another run off of Jordan Alvarez's solo home run. That would have been a really disappointing inning. I mean, it was still disappointing that they stranded 2 runners with 1 out. But the fact that Jordan got that home run, at least it wasn't as disappointing. They come away with 1. I can live with that for now. Astros with 6 hits and 2 runs. 1 error. That would be the throwing error to second base by Caratini. Rangers with 1 hit, no runs, and no errors. We're going to go into the bottom of the third. The Rangers have coming up Robbie Grossman, DH, followed by Jonah Heim and Josh Smith. Kikuchi so far facing mostly the minimum. 3 up and 3 down in the first. 1 base runner in the second who was stranded. I need to update my bases here. There we go. Astros really working Jose Urena this game. He's already over 50 pitches. He got lucky with that double play. If the inning had been extended, he likely would have gone over 60 pitches. That's 20 pitches per inning. That's kind of high. Just a note for you Astros fans out there. If you want to know how Framber Valdez has been performing in his last 8 starts, he's got 8 wins. Almost had that no-hitter yesterday. It was a bummer to see that home run with just 1 out needed. But since 2020, the regular and postseason, Valdez has more wins than any other pitcher. Chris Bassett for the Blue Jays has 58. He's in second, but Framber has 63. You say Kikuchi is facing Robbie Grossman. First pitch to him cruises in the bottom of the zone, 93 miles an hour for strike 1. He's looking for the count, shakes off a few. Now he's got what he wants. Here comes the pitch. That was in the dirt. Caught by Caratini, but they'll change the ball out. That's going to be 1-1. I want to put a message in here just to see if my chat's working in the video. This is a well-struck ball, but Bregman snatches it up and fires over to first base to get the out. Good catch by Bregman. Good throw. 1 away. Jonah Heim is due up next. There we go. I got one message in there now. First pitch to Heim is in there for strike 1. The 25th pitch from Kikuchi's on the way. Check swing by Heim. Ball 1. That was a little high. 95 miles an hour. 1-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch. That one's low and inside, taken for ball 2. I think I'm not going to change my coffee filter. I'm going to use the same coffee for my next cup because I need it to be weak. Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Kikuchi. This one's grounded up the middle. That's going to be a base hit between Pena and Altuve. Myers grabs it and brings it in. That's 1 runner on with 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Josh Smith comes up. Here's the first pitch to him. Little outside. Ball 1. Smith batting .275 for the season. 0 for 1 this game. Swings really hard at this pitch. Very inside on that one. He pulls it way down the first baseline. That'll be strike 1, 1-1. 30th pitch from Kikuchi is almost on the way here. And here it comes. This one's fouled back to the left side, to the screen behind the plate there. That's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the delivery. That was right on the outside corner. Got him looking. Josh Smith, he squats at that one because he knew it was like right there. But you can't take a pitch like that when you have 2 strikes. That was right in the corner of the zone. Right on the edge. 95 miles per hour. Perfectly placed. Doesn't get any better than that. 2 outs. 1 runner on base. Kikuchi picking up another strikeout for the game. And here comes the next pitch. This one's in the dirt to Corey Seager. Ball 1. 90 miles per hour. Blocked by Caratini. Runner does not advance. Seager batting .276 for the season with 24 home runs and 57 RBIs. I wish several more Astros had like 20 home runs. That'd be nice. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss on the outside corner. Good 89 mile per hour change up there. 1-1 is the count. I keep forgetting to add the hot water here. Fill up my cup. 1-1 pitch from Kikuchi is on the way. That one's low, ball 2. 96 mile per hour fastball there. Two balls, one strike. 35th pitch coming from Kikuchi. He steps off the mound, fake throws over to first base. He'll take a moment to gather himself. He's back on the rubber now. He's got the call he wants. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. And that one's fouled back to the screen for strike 2. Seager batting with 2 outs, 1 runner on first base. The count's 2-2. Here in the bottom of the third, Kikuchi trying to get out of this inning now. Another strikeout here would be excellent. We'll see what he chooses. He's got the count or the call that he wants, and here comes the pitch. Just misses on the outside corner, a little low and away. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Heim takes his lead off. Here comes the pitch. That was low, ball 4. That was a good 6 inches below the zone. That's the first walk of the game, and Kikuchi kind of looks disappointed with himself there. Not a big deal, I think. I know you got 2 runners on, first and second. You only need 1 out. I think you can do it. I believe in you, Kikuchi. Next batter is Marcus Semien. The first pitch to him is right in the bottom of the zone for strike 1. That was a good pitch. That was the one that he needed for that 3-2 count against Seager. Just missed it by a few inches. Last start, the first start for the Astros, he had 26 swing and miss strikes. Most he's ever had in his career. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Nope, he comes off the mound. He fake throws to second. Runners on first and second, 2 outs, 1 strike against Marcus Semien. Here comes the pitch from Kikuchi. Swing and a miss, a high fastball. Beautiful pitch, 95 miles an hour, a couple inches above the zone. Gets the strike, 0-2. Two outs, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Gets him swinging on another high fastball, strike 3. Semien goes down swinging on 3 pitches. Another strikeout. Kikuchi makes the Rangers strand 2 base runners. And we'll go into the top of the 4th inning with the Astros leading 2-0. Kikuchi with the 3-inning shutout going right now. Can't complain so far. Kikuchi has had now 9 innings of ball pitching for the Astros, and he's done nothing but good so far. His very first inning, for those of you who either don't know or don't remember or don't know the details, his first outing with the Astros several days ago, the first inning he gave up a couple of quick runs. If I remember correctly, within just 3 pitches, the Astros were already down 2-0. Didn't look good. But from there, he just started striking people out like crazy. He struck out 8 in a row. didn't give up any more runs. By the time they pulled him out, he had tied an Astros record for those 8 strikeouts in a row. He wound up with a dozen strikeouts for the game. Pretty crazy. I think his career high before that was 10. And then he broke it with 11. He broke it again with 12. Had a great game. And in this game so far, I have no complaints. He's had a couple of base runners. He's only had 1 walk. But he's gotten out of it. And even when it was a little wacky like the last inning with the pitch in the dirt and the wild throw to second base by Caratini, he still was able to get out of it. They had a runner on third with no outs, and he was able to get the next 3 outs. So, good job so far. Astros have coming up to bat, looks like, yep, Zach DeCenzo. First pitch to him is out for a ball outside. Next one is hit, bouncer foul. It's going to be strike 1, 1-1. Urania is still in. This will be his 56th pitch of the game. Here comes the pitch. Hit out to right field. It's going to carry just enough to get to Garcia, who puts it away for out number 1. He got the bat on it, but wasn't able to get the hit. So DeCenzo's batting average is now 167. That was such a big jump. It was 200, and with that bat, it went down to 167. Mauricio Dubon is up, the 9th batter in the order. Takes that first pitch for strike 1 from Urania. Here comes the second pitch. This one's fouled away with kind of a half swing from Dubon. It looked like he just kind of threw the bat out there. I'm not sure what he was thinking. 0-2 behind in the count. You know, overall, Urania is pretty lucky despite the high pitch count, despite the vast amount of runners on base. He's only given up 2 runs. It's not that bad. The numbers look a lot worse than the actual runs he's given up. Dubon hits this one to the second baseman, who fires over to first. That will be the second out of the inning, bringing up my personal hero, Jose Altuve. That's interesting. They found out about, the family of DeCenzo found out at 1 in the morning that he was going to be called up to the Astros. Man, why is it so hot in here? My AC is suffering right now. First pitch to Altuve's swing and fouled away. I think I'm going to have to turn my fan on here. I need to pull that cold air over here. I'm starting to get toasty. Wearing the headset with my hat makes me really hot. Second pitch, a little outside for ball 1, 88 miles an hour. That evens up the count against Altuve. There we go. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Altuve. A foul off a check swing. Strike 2. There we go. That's much better. Nice cool air. Cool me down. It's 4:30 in the morning here. I don't know about where you guys are at, but man, here in Japan, it's quite early. That ball, it bounces a good 2 feet before the plate. That'll even up the count again at 2-2. It's pretty interesting. The Rangers have another pitcher going in the bullpen. It's Leclerc. This one is just outside. Altuve takes a dangerous pitch to get the full count. Three balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Altuve, and this one's popped up to right field. Should be a play for Garcia. He's underneath it, and he puts it away. That'll be it for the Astros in the top of the 4th. The interesting thing is that they've been showing the exit velocities on some of these hits. The Astros have been hitting the ball really hard off of Urania. Urania has just been lucky because despite getting these hard hit balls, the Astros have 6 hits. They've gotten many base runners, but they only have 2 runs to show for it, and one of those is a solo home run for Yordan Alvarez. I mean, the Astros could really be sitting at 6 or 7 runs right now, easily. Just to give you an idea of how poorly the Astros have been performing with runners in scoring position, I would say probably over the last, well, actually since the All-Star break, really. If you look at their body of work from the All-Star break until now, it's very reminiscent of how they played at the very beginning of the year when they were last in the division. I hate to say that, but it's absolutely true. I still have a runner on. Is that right? No? No, I don't. My screen is not updated. There we go. That's better. Seems I've got about around a dozen people watching right now. Thanks, guys, for joining in. I'm getting closer to 40 subscribers. It's nice to see that creeping up. It would be really cool to be at 100 subscribers by the middle of the month. So in the next week, I need 63 more subscribers to get to 100. If you're interested in the Astros games or the playoff games later this year, if you're interested in LSU football and the NCAA football playoff games, feel free to subscribe because I'll be calling those games. That's my plan. All right, Kikuchi's back on the mound. Josh Jung is leading off for the Rangers here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch is right in there, and a high fastball, swing and a miss for strike 1. Kikuchi quickly gets ready for the next pitch, but this one is a bouncer in the dirt. Evens up the count 1-1. 42 pitches now for Kikuchi. He's throwing the slider a little bit more today than he usually does, and the changeup a lot more than he usually does. Next pitch is right on the outside corner. Good pitch. 94 miles an hour, strike 2, 1-2. Almost no curveballs for Kikuchi today. Only 3% of his pitches are curveballs, but 55 and 28% for the fastball and slider, and about 15% for the changeup. Here comes the pitch. Way high. That one was a good 2 feet out of the zone, making Caratini have to quickly stand up to get it. That's going to be ball 2. Count is even. Two balls, 2 strikes to Josh Jung. Here comes the pitch. Right in the bottom of the zone, taken for strike 3. Jung knew it. He immediately started to walk into the dugout. 4 strikeouts for Kikuchi so far, averaging 1 per inning at this rate. Yeah, there was no question on that one. Next batter is Wyatt Langford, who takes a strike right on the outside corner, 0-1. Kikuchi shakes off a couple of signals from Caratini. Now he's got what he wants. Here comes the pitch. Whoa, way high. Caratini couldn't quite get that one. It sailed over his glove and went to the back fence. That hit the net back there. The people were kind of laughing about it. It scared them, I think. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. In the dirt for ball 2. Whoa, excuse me, guys. I tried to chew back a sneeze there. Didn't want to destroy the microphone. 2 balls, 1 strike to Langford. Here comes the pitch. Low and away. That one's almost a foot outside the zone. 3-1. Last 3 pitches have been kind of far out. Kikuchi straightening his hat, shaking it out. Looks for the signal. He's got what he wants. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. This will be the 50th pitch of the game. Ground ball foul down the third base side on that inside pitch. 87-mile-per-hour changeup. Count will be full, 3-2. Here comes the full count pitch from Kikuchi with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. That one's in the dirt. No chance for that one to be even being close. Ball 4. That'll put Langford on first base on a wild changeup pitch from Kikuchi. That was a very strange at bat. First batter and the opening of that last at bat looked pretty good. And then he just started throwing wild from there. 1 runner on, 1 out, facing Nathaniel Lowe. That one's fouled away. High inside pitch. If I'm not mistaken, he had a 3-pitch strikeout against Lowe in the last at bat. No balls, 1 strike. Here comes the second pitch rather. Little check swing. Did he go too far? They say yes, he did. Strike 2. So the last 5 pitches versus Nathaniel Lowe have been strikes. 5 pitches in a row, 5 strikes. 0-2 is the count with 1 out, 1 runner on first base. Langford on first. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Kikuchi. Little low and away for ball 1. That would have been a really good pitch if it had nicked the zone. I need a spoon to stir this coffee. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That one's a bouncer in the dirt. Blocked by Caratini, and he keeps it in front of him so that Langford cannot advance. Count is even at 2-2. Astros might start warming up a reliever if Kikuchi can't get his control here. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That one's a little low, a few inches below the zone, another full count. So just like the last batter, he starts off well, but then pitches to a full count. With 1 out, 1 runner on, a double play ball here would be really nice. Kikuchi fires over to first base, just a lazy throw over there. Take a break, wipe off some sweat, catch a breather. He's up to 56 pitches now. And here comes the full count pitch. Runners running. Langford heading to second, but this is fouled away by Lowe. So Langford will go back to first base. Kind of interesting that Langford hasn't made an attempt to steal already. He waited until the count was full before he went. Here comes the second full count pitch. This one is fouled back. Langford was going again on the full count. So twice Langford has booked it to second, but both times he had to retreat on those foul balls by Lowe. Battle going on at the plate right now with Lowe and Kikuchi. Langford on first base, 1 out. Kikuchi steps off the mound. That's his second disengagement from the mound, so pretty sure that Langford will be going again, and he does. This pitch is hit up to center field. Jake Myers is in, but it bounces. He's not able to get to it, so Langford is going to be held at second base. Unfortunately, Rangers now have runners on first and second with 1 out. As Nathaniel Lowe gets the base hit. Myers charged in, but just wasn't quite able to get there in time. No diving attempt made. He just handles it on the bounce. Adolis Garcia comes up. 2 runners on first and second with 1 out. This will be the 60th pitch of the game for Kikuchi. Fly out in the second for Adolis Garcia, I believe, on the very first pitch. He's 0 for 1. Batting .207 this year. First pitch to him is strike on the inside corner. Really need that double play ball right now. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Kikuchi. This one's fouled up and away behind the plate for strike 2. 0-2 against Adolis Garcia. Sorry if that sipping sound is too loud. I keep forgetting about that. I jacked up my microphone input so that it sounds better for you guys, but it also makes everything else louder. 0-2. Here comes the pitch to Garcia. Whoa, way high. Caratini barely got up there in time to catch that one. He had to stand up quick. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runners on first and second. They would have been easily able to advance if that one had gotten away. Kikuchi taking his time on the mound. Garcia had stepped off for a moment. Now he's back in. Kikuchi's got the signal that he wants. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, bounced away. Garcia lucky to get a piece of that one. That was a crazy pitch to be swinging at. It must have fooled him. 88 miles per hour. Count remains 1-2. Let's see here. What can we do? Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Strikeout. High pitch. Fastball, 96 miles an hour. Up and out. Garcia went for it. Couldn't get it. That's the 5th strikeout of the game for Kikuchi. 96 mile per hour 4-seam fastball. Could have been ball 2. Garcia just wasn't ready for it. That's out number 2. That'll bring up Robbie Grossman. Grossman is 0 for 1 in this game, batting .233 for the season. He grounded out his last at bat with 2 outs and 2 runners on. Here comes the first pitch from Kikuchi. That was right on the outside. Could have gone either way, but it looked like he was about an inch out of the zone. Umpire liked it. Strike 1. 88 mile per hour changeup. 65 pitches now. 0-1. Here comes the pitch to Grossman. This one is fouled back. Strike 2. So once again, Kikuchi is able to get ahead in the count, 0-2. It would be really nice if he didn't come back and load up this count. He's had a few base runners and gotten into some, a couple of situations this game so far, but he's managed to get out of it. Let's see if he does it right here. 0-2. Here comes the pitch. Oh, that was a good high fastball, just a few inches out of the top of the zone. Grossman was able to hold up. That struck out a couple of Rangers already. Ball 1, 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Kikuchi. That one's outside, a good 1.5 feet out of the zone. Ball 2, 2-2. I'm going to shake my head if he throws another ball, but just a well-placed fastball here could get that 3rd strike. 2-2 against Grossman. Runners on first and second. Kikuchi steps off. Caratini's going to run out to the mound. They're going to have a mound meeting. Caratini just says a few words to him and pats him, give him a little break, and then runs back to the plate. This will be the 69th pitch for Kikuchi. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs and 2 runners on. Here in the bottom of the 4th, here comes the pitch. Low and inside, ball 3. So I'm shaking my head right now, shaking my head. Gets up 0-2, and now it's down to 3-2. The 70th pitch from Kikuchi's coming up. Here comes the pitch to Grossman. Got him, strike 3. Swing and a miss right in the zone, 89-mile-per-hour changeup. Grossman comes around too fast. Kikuchi picks up his 6th strikeout, 2nd of the inning. Once again, gets out of a tight situation with 2 base runners on. Kikuchi was his own worst enemy and his own savior in that inning, as he was letting batters stick around after getting ahead of them in the count. Wound up with 2 base runners, and despite several full counts, was able to come out without giving up any runs. The Rangers now with 3 hits and no runs, no errors. The Astros sitting on 2 runs with 6 hits and 1 error. We're going to go into the top of the 5th with Alex Bregman leading it off, followed by Yordan Alvarez and Yainer Diaz. The Astros have been hitting the ball hard this game, but many of those have been right at the Rangers fielders, and the Astros haven't been hitting it in the best locations when they have runners in scoring position. Astros have had runners in scoring position several times. They've had bases loaded a couple of times where they didn't come away with anything. They've had 2 runners on where they didn't come away with anything. They only have 2 runs. This is a big problem for the Astros right now. The funny thing is they haven't been hitting a lot of long balls, and they finally get a home run from Yordan in the 3rd inning, but there's nobody on. So they just get 1 from that. It would have been nice if they had had the bases loaded for him whenever he came up. Maybe Bregman can get on here, give Yordan something more to work with. It looks like Jose Leclerc will be in. Pretty sure that I have his image in my folder already, so I think I can update him. Jose Leclerc? No, I don't have him. How can I not have him? I thought I had him. I'll update that in just a minute. First pitch to Bregman is a strike. Leclerc quickly gets in there with the 2nd pitch and fly to left field. A high fly ball by Bregman, not surprising. Easy play for Josh Smith for out number 1. Alex Bregman probably has a 90% chance of flying out when he gets out. Yordan Alvarez comes up to bat. Let's see here. Rangers. Where's my Rangers folder? There it is. First pitch to Yordan is off the plate. Another ball. He's seen many of those this game. The only strike he's seen, he hit for a home run. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. This one is inside and hit foul. Is it going to be playable? It is. Oh, but it comes right down into the screen for Heim there. He throws out his glove. It was a good effort. Luckily for Yordan and the Astros, he didn't get it. Looked like he just barely misplayed it, and he lunged at the last moment into the screen with his glove, but he wasn't able to catch it. So the count will be 1-1 with 1 out, no runners on. Leclerc gets the call he wants, and here comes the 1-1 pitch. This one is hit off the outside corner, 89 miles an hour, fouled back by Yordan. The count will now be 1-2. Try to update this right quick. There we go. Okay, got Cleric's picture on the screen. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. This one is a way high fly ball. Garcia has to run in to get it, but the hang time was really, really big, so he had plenty of time to get over there. Out number 2, 2 fly balls for Leclerc. Bregman to left field, Jordan to right field. Yainer Diaz comes up. I need to change the name here. There we go. Oh, no. I'm trying to change the pitcher's name on my screen. There we go. 2 quick balls to Yainer. Counts 2-0 to him. Leclerc dealing quickly here. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Way inside, almost clips him on the arm. That's ball 3. Try to update the graphics and the screen for you guys, and just from doing that, 2 pitches just like that, super fast. 3 balls, no strikes to Diaz. Here comes a pitch that's in there for a strike. Low in the zone. 96 mile per hour fastball, 3-1. Hey Max, I see your comments. I'll get to that in just a minute. I appreciate you being here. That's a foul tip. Hits the mask of Heim. That's going to be strike 2, full count. Max McDuff says, "What part of Japan are you in?" I was stationed in Yokota and Fusa for 3 years. Loved it. Oh man, I am in Onomichi, which is the east part of Hiroshima. This pitch is fouled back by Diaz. Count remains 3-2. I originally spent 1 year in Tokyo, and during the pandemic I didn't have any work, so I finally had to leave. I went to Hiroshima to take a teaching job. I didn't have any other good choices. I quickly moved from that language school to teaching in a junior high school, which was much, much better, but I had to make a change after that. I'll get to that in a minute. Tapper to the mound. Yainer runs to first as fast as he can, but he's not going to make it. Heim is able to make a good play, picking it up and firing to first. That's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. Astros are done for this inning. We're going to move into the bottom of the 5th. Astros leading 2-0. Rangers lineup coming up. Let's see here. We have Jonah Heim followed by Josh Smith and Corey Seager. But yeah, the reason I had to stop teaching, I taught for a couple of years here in Japan, but near the midpoint of my 2nd year of teaching, I had some medical problems. I had some pain in my kidney, some severe anemia. I was starting to feel really bad. I had some issues with things happening that shouldn't be happening to your body. I'll save you the gory details. But I had to go to the hospital. They found out that I had a massive tumor on my kidney, and it was spreading. So I've been dealing with that for the past almost 2.5 years. Kidney cancer. Taking some medicine. Don't really have the energy to do much else. I'm studying full-time here in Onomichi, studying Japanese on a student visa. In my free time, I have part-time work teaching English online, and in my spare time I do this. I'm hoping to build this channel, but I just started this channel a few weeks ago, and I'm hoping to grow it, so you guys commenting, liking, subscribing really helps out. If it can grow enough and I can actually make a little income on it, I can keep doing it. It's kind of an experiment to see if I can do it and actually make some income from it. I do enjoy it, love the Astros, but I have to pay for the video, right? The live stream. But anyway, I love Japan. I guess you're not in Japan now, but do you have any plans to come back? If so, where would you like to go? Terrell Houston, welcome back. What's up, my brother? What's up, man? Nice to see you back. Appreciate you joining. I wonder if Houston is your actual name or if that's just because you like Houston. That's pretty cool either way. My family name is interesting as well, if that's your family name. First pitch from Kikuchi to Jonah Heim is out for a ball. The return throw from Caratini bounced off of Kikuchi's glove and rolled over to the grass. That was funny. Next pitch is fouled away by Heim for strike one. That evens the count, 1-1. Kikuchi looking to extend his goose eggs versus the Rangers here. Here's the next pitch, a swing and a miss. Good looking pitch there, 93 miles an hour. A little up and out, but in the zone, and a swing and miss by Jonah Heim, who calls timeout, backs out to take a break. 1-2 is the count. My actual name is, birth name, Houston, we have a problem. My family name is English, so here in Asia I get a lot of interesting comments about that. Line drive to center field by Heim. That ball had a lot of movement on it. Myers changed directions to get it, but he's able to make the play. That's going to be out number one. Good play by Myers. That was a strange-looking line drive. Yeah, he had to float over to his left quickly to get that and backhand that line drive, but he's able to secure it. That brings up Josh Smith. This will be the 75th pitch for Kikuchi, and it's a little low and outside for ball one. I played outfield a few times, but I was not an outfielder. I remember balls like that. Those things are not easy to catch. This one is hit straight towards DeCenzo, knocks it down, picks it up, and runs over to the bag. That was just fair. What a great play by DeCenzo. I want to see that replay. Josh Smith is out for the second out of the inning. That was hit right down the line. One bouncer just to the left of the bag. DeCenzo was, oh, he didn't even knock it down. He just did a basket catch. He caught that ball like right in his hip. Good play. DeCenzo scoops it up with the basket catch, runs over, tags the base. Good second out for the Astros. Good play. Here comes the first pitch to Corey Seager. Swing and fouled back for strike one. There is a base here, Max, you probably know that, in Iwakuni. That's the closest base to where I'm at. Lots of guys down in that area. Next pitch is another swing and foul ball for strike two. 87 mile per hour changeup, and the low part of the zone, maybe just a little below the zone actually. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fifth. And 2 strikes. Kikuchi looking good this inning. Here comes the next pitch. That one's a bouncer. As soon as I say he's looking good, he throws a bouncer that was several feet in front of the plate. Caratini couldn't even handle it. It bounces away. That's ball one. 1-2. These commentators sometimes, they say some of the weirdest stuff. It's like they need something to say. They're talking about shoving the glove in the ground to scoop up the ball and how weird it feels. What are they talking about? Swing and a foul ball right behind the plate there. Count remains 1-2. Seager walked in the third. Facing a 1-2 count here against Kikuchi. Here comes the 81st pitch. Another foul ball, inside fastball, up and in. Fouled off the fists down towards the dugout. It's pretty interesting. This is actually DeCenzo's first major league appearance over at first base. Yeah. He started off as DH yesterday. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Just a little off the plate there, maybe about 6 or 7 inches. That's going to be ball two. 2-2. Come on, Kikuchi, let's get the strikeout here. Go into the 6th inning. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Kikuchi versus Corey Seager. 2 outs, 2-2. Here it is. Foul ball again. 95 miles per hour right in the top part of the zone. Seager hangs on to keep the count even. It is now after 5 o'clock a.m. here in Hiroshima. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Strike three. Looked like a curveball, 78 miles per hour, right in the lower part of the zone. Kikuchi comes off with a smile and he's laughing. He looks good and happy. That's 5 innings of shutout baseball. Kikuchi has basically about, let's see, with the last game and this game, more than 10, almost 11 innings, giving up only 2 runs. Let's see how many strikeouts he has right now for this game. I think it's like 7. Yeah, that's right. Kikuchi has 7 strikeouts. So between last game and this game, he has 19 strikeouts. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. If he can keep pitching like this, then the Astros might have a chance to actually do something, at least early in the playoffs. The Astros are missing so many key players to injuries. The other day they showed 5 Astros pitchers that are on the injured list, and one of the guys said something that is true. Actually, it's pretty interesting, but it's true. Just those 5 guys, that's like a World Series rotation. Those 5 guys they listed on the injury list, that could be a World Series rotation. If those guys are healthy and in top form, you don't need any other pitchers. You can just use those 5. That's how good they are. Just to give you an idea of how much the Astros are suffering right now with their injured pitchers. I will say that since the All-Star break, perhaps, overall, the starting pitching for the Astros has been really, really good. The problem, by and large, the number one problem, by and large, is the Astros not scoring runs. The secondary problem is some of their relievers giving up game-ending pitches. Jeremy Pena is going to be the leadoff batter. Leclerc is still on the mound. First pitch to him is fouled away for a strike, 96-mile-per-hour fastball. Do you guys ever go to any of these games, or are you able to go see some of the live games? Because earlier I was speculating about how much these prices are for the food, like how much is a drink, how much is a hot dog, how much is a hamburger, etc. If you have any idea, I'd like to know, because I haven't been to an MLB game since I was a kid. Seriously, I went to the Astrodome, watched a few different games, watched them play the Dodgers, the Cubs. Can't remember who else they played. For some reason I'm thinking it was the Pirates. Next pitch is strike. Another foul back for Jeremy Pena, 0-2. Here's the 16th pitch from Leclerc. Check, swing, but he went around. That's strike 3. Pena acted like he didn't go around, but umpire was like, what are you doing? That's strike 3, bud. So Pena goes to the dugout with a disappointing at bat there. That was pretty lame. Pretty lame at bat there for Jeremy Pena, unfortunately. That brings up Victor Caratini. That one's way inside. Check swing, ball 1. Caratini's got 1 hit so far this game from the left side of the plate, which is where he's batting now. He takes that on the outside corner for strike 1, 1-1. He calls for timeout. Steps out of the box for a moment. I still think that Victor Caratini looks like Ben Affleck. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swing and foul ball on that inside corner. That'll be strike 2. So 1 out, 1-2 is the count. Leclerc about to deliver his 20th pitch of the game. I thought I had the pitchers Yeah, I do. That's strange. Oh, okay, my feed is not live. There, now it is. Okay. This one is a swing and foul ball off the third base side into the crowd there. That's going to keep the count at 1-2. I keep a few different screens open, and I'm checking the live stream here and there. 1-2 pitch is on the way. Outside, ball 2. 96 mile per hour fastball. I just keep an eye on the chat, and I keep an eye on the screen here to make sure all the information is updating as it needs to for you guys. 2-2 pitch hit hard by Caratini out to right field. Is it gone? It is. Good God. Victor Caratini does it with a 2-run shot. They show the Astros dugout, and Altuve's over there smiling as he watches that one carry out. And you should have seen the look on Caratini's face. It was a really good at bat overall, and he finally gets that home run. I kid you not, as soon as he hit it, he dropped the bat and he dropped his head and his arms down like, finally. Yeah, he hit that ball and immediately his head and his arms went down like, my God, finally. What a good hit. Astros are up 3-0 now off that hit, that solo shot by Caratini. 2 home runs for the Astros in this game so far, 2 solo shots. First pitch to Jake Myers is fouled away for strike 1. Jake not getting any hits in this game so far. Second one is fouled away. 0-2. 1 out. Astros with 1 run in the first, 1 run in the third, 1 run in the sixth. '25th pitch of the game coming for Leclerc. 0-2 against Jake Myers. This one is right on the inside corner. That's going to be strike 3. Got him looking. Can't take that pitch when you got 2 strikes. Three balls. Yeah, they're showing some kind of clip, some kind of highlight here. Zach DeCenzo comes up for his next at bat. Check swing. Did he go around? Looks like he didn't. It's going to be ball 1. DeCenzo has his first major league hit. He got a double in the second inning. Drove it hard out to right field, but it was caught. This one's hit hard, and that's going to be another hit. Single to left field. A good hit by DeCenzo. That's his second hit of the game. So he gets his first hit on a double. And now he's on first base with a single. Good at bats today for DeCenzo. His family must be really happy. They're in the stands watching him today. Good pitch, kind of low in the zone. He stays with it. He squats down, drives it out to left field nice and hard. Next one is hit pretty hard, and it's going to get into the gap and go to the wall. DeCenzo is going to round third and go home. Dubon has got a double, a stand-up double. Astros are up 4-0 just like that. The very first pitch, Dubon just hits it right into the gap between left and center field, all the way to the wall. Wow. That's the kind of playing that I want to see from the Astros more often. Dubon doesn't need to be hitting home runs. He needs to be hitting like that. That was great. As soon as it was hit off the bat, DeCenzo was off to the races, and round third, all runners are standing up. Nobody has to even slide. It wasn't even close. So just like that, the Astros are up 4-0. We have 2 outs, runner on second for my hero, my personal hero, Jose Altuve. Come on, Altuve, go off right here. Let's see a home run. You need a home run. He hasn't had one in almost a month. That one's inside. Don't know why they called that a ball. Terrible pitch to be called a ball. That was about 4 inches inside. No balls and 1 strike. This will be the 30th pitch by Leclerc. Altuve has actually been owning Leclerc. This one is high and inside, called ball 1. That one was not much different than the last pitch. Umpire can't make up his mind what those inside pitches are. Balls or strikes. 1-1. Dubon on second. This one's in the dirt. Blocked by Heim. Ball 2. 2-1. Astros finally managed to get 2 runs in an inning. Will wonders never cease? Come on, Altuve, make it 4 runs this inning. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. This one's hit hard right up the middle. Altuve's going to get an RBI as Dubon rounds third, and he scores. Altuve has an RBI single. He comes through, my hero, and you know what that means. You know what that means, right? I'm going to have to show you this right here. That's right. Altuve, a little Altuve. RBI for Altuve, my personal hero. There we go. There it is. It took me a minute to find the picture. Altuve gets the single with the 2-out single, driving in Dubon from second. Put him over on base, update the base pads. There we go. That brings up Alex Bregman, but now that the Astros have gotten 3 runs, 5-0, the Rangers are not going to allow Leclerc to stay in. He's kind of shaking his head. I mean, it sucks, but that's the way it goes. Pitching change incoming with Altuve on first base and Alex Bregman coming up to bat. I'll let you guys know who's coming in for the Rangers in just a moment. Got about half a dozen people listening in right now. I appreciate you being here. Astros are now up 5-0 over the Texas Rangers. They were scoring just 1 run here and there, and then they suddenly started kicking it in high gear in this inning with some excellent base hits, scoring 3 so far. And with 2 outs, they pull Leclerc, and they're going to be putting in another pitcher. I believe I know who it is. I think I've got his picture already in the folder. I'm going to look for it. I think it's Andrew Chafin. That's what it looks like. It seems that they have Chafin coming in to replace Leclerc. I'm going to go ahead and guess that that's right, because I saw him in the bullpen. I don't even have a picture of Chafin with Texas Rangers uniform on. I just have the picture of him in the, I think it's the Tigers uniform. Yep, that's right. They just updated it on the screen. Andrew Chafin is coming in. I was right. I are one smart cookie, are I not? Man, this is right now, if the game ends just like this is a game that I can sleep well to. It is about 5:18. It's 5:18 in the morning right now, as Chafin delivers the first pitch to Bregman, up and in for ball 1. I only slept for about 4 hours last night to get up for this game, so I'm looking forward to going back to sleep. This one is off the plate by just a couple of inches. 2 balls and no strikes. Altuve on first base. Bregman this season actually has 20 RBIs versus left-handed pitchers. He's 10th in the American League. That's pretty good despite his batting average is not impressive. He's only batting .251, but believe it or not, he actually did pull that up a lot. His first half of the season was just Nothing to remember. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Popped up again. And luckily for him, that's going to go out of play. Man, Alex Bregman and his pop-ups. So one thing, though, if you're going to put a curveball on Bregman, he's probably going to hit it out of the park because he's always swinging under the ball. Maybe those curveballs he's able to contact better than the fastballs. Count is even at 2-2. Andrew Chafin dealing, having replaced Leclerc, who gave up 3 runs this inning. This one's in the dirt. They say that check swing is strike 3. That's going to do it for the inning. Bregman argues it a little bit, but yeah, he's pretty upset about it. But once again, this let me tell you, this kind of reminds me of something that happened the other day. Game 2, actually yesterday. I believe it was. No, my bad. Game 1. Game 1, the Rangers won. During that game, I said something, and some Rangers fan who took offense and misunderstood what I said obviously wasn't paying attention to the context of what I was saying. He actually took the time to come back after the game. He didn't say it during the game, okay? He came back, and after the game was over and after the Rangers managed to win, then he decides to come back and say something, just like, a spineless person would. But he said, I just came back to, to say, basically, like you can eat it, that the Astros lost, and you called the Rangers fans stupid. So he wanted to come back and say something. But I don't call any fans stupid, not directly like that. The comment I made wasn't about the Rangers fans. It was about a phenomenon that happens in all baseball games, in all stadiums, that many fans do. Obviously not all fans do it, but when you listen to the game, it's something that happens often. And one of those things that I mention regularly is whenever the pitcher disengages from the mound and fires over to first base to do a pickoff move, if it's the opposing pitcher, the crowd in the stadium will boo. They always boo. Obviously not everybody in the crowd boos, but a large portion of them do. And it's easy to hear that they do because you can hear it. You can hear them booing in the stadium. I've got my headphones on. I'm listening to the game. If you're at the game or watching it on TV, you can hear the crowd boo. Now, in the old days, they were allowed unlimited disengagement, so they could just keep firing over to first. And then I can understand why the crowd would boo in that situation because it's annoying. Marcus Semien is up to bat. Kikuchi is still in the game. The first pitch to him is low for ball 1. But what I said was, it's stupid that the crowd does that. I didn't say Rangers fans are stupid. I never said that. So he got butt hurt. And now as I'm talking about that, the very second pitch to Marcus Semien is struck hard, and it is gone for a solo home run on the second pitch of this inning from Kikuchi. So Kikuchi gives up his first run of the game. No shutout for him. Score is now 5-1 in the bottom of the 6th. He's upset about that one. Wishes he had that pitch back. Probably right in the middle of the plate. Let's take a look at the replay. Yep. Four-seam fastball right in the middle of the plate. Just a bad placed pitch. That brings up Josh Young. First pitch to him is called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. But basically, what I was saying is that we don't have that problem anymore. Pitchers are only allowed a couple of disengagements. Next pitch right in the middle, breaking ball, swing and a miss, 85 miles an hour, 0-2 against Josh Young. He calls timeout, steps out of the box. But ever since I was a kid, I always thought it was stupid if a pitcher fires over to first on a pickoff move 1 or 2 times. Who cares? What's the point in booing? If he's done it like 10 times, I can understand that. The 0-2 pitch is on the way to Young. That's a bouncer in the dirt for ball 1. 1-2. But anyway, this Rangers fan took personal offense at it. He's probably about, I don't know, 15 or 16 years old, or at least he has the mind of a 15 or 16-year-old teenager. He decided to come back and berate me for no reason. I hate dealing with people who don't have the ability to comprehend what you're saying or don't have the ability to comprehend context. 1 ball, 2 strikes against Josh Young, no outs. Here comes the pitch. Fouled up and away, 95 mile per hour outside the zone there. Count remains 1-2. Only got a couple people watching right now. It seems the numbers have dropped off. I'm wondering if, because the Astros are winning 5-1, if the numbers will stay down. I don't know. This one is inside and off the dirt. Ball 2, 2-2. By the 7th inning, the first and second game, my viewers started picking up. It seemed like people were really coming in by the 7th inning. But those games are much closer than this one is right now. Astros up by 4. 2-2, no outs. Here's the pitch to Young. Just barely missed, wide. That's going to be a full count, another full count. So Kikuchi once again getting ahead in the count and then coming back to get the full count. This will be his 94th pitch. Strike 3, swing and a miss. 8 strikeouts for Kikuchi. That's 20 strikeouts in the last 2 games. Actually, in less than 12 innings. In less than 12 innings, he has 20 strikeouts. Big swing by Young. 1 out. Wyatt Langford comes up to the bat. First one on the outside corner, just misses for ball 1. By the way, I'm just as annoyed when the Astros fans boo the opposing team's pitcher for disengaging from the mound. It's silly. It's stupid. That's why I say it's stupid, because it's useless. What are you booing? Ball 2 outside. 2-0 against Langford. Astros have somebody warming up the bullpen. Not sure who it is yet. Another pitch way up and high. Looks like Kikuchi is missing his mark. 3 balls, no strikes. His time might be limited after this batter. We'll see. If he throws a ball here, there might be a pitching change. Who knows? Here comes the pitch. That one's low. Ball. No, the umpire liked it. That was about 2 inches out of the zone, below the zone. Called strike 1. This will be the 99th pitch. 3-1 against Langford. Here comes the pitch from Kikuchi. Fouled away, strike 2. So, interesting. He starts off with an 0-2 count to another batter, comes back with a full count. This batter, he starts off with 3-0, comes back to a full count. This will be the 100th pitch from Yusei Kikuchi. Wyatt Langford batting. Here comes the pitch. Oh, that's way inside and low. That's ball 4. Nowhere near the zone. He's walked Langford twice. And that's all. The coach is immediately out. His spot is walking to the mound. Take Kikuchi out after 100 pitches. He did give up 1 solo shot. But once again, a really good performance by Kikuchi. It looks like they're going to bring Taylor Scott in to replace him. So after 5 and 1/3 innings of ball and giving up 1 home run, 4 total hits, Kikuchi is out of the game. It looks like Taylor Scott is going to be coming in. I forgot to update the base pad, so now it's actually correct. There's a runner on. Now it's time for me to change the Astros pitcher. I hope you guys are enjoying the live stream so far. Those of you who are joining, and those of you who have already joined. I've got to update these pictures manually, so give me just a moment. I've got Taylor Scott's picture in place now. Now I need to type his name in. There we go. I believe that is correct. Five people joining. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, I appreciate you liking the video. That will help me to make the channel grow. I've gained a couple of subscribers today. Well, actually, I've gained, I think, 7 today, which is great. It'd be nice to get 10 more subs, just in this one 24-hour period. That would be a first for this channel. But hitting 40 is also cool. And just so you know, you can probably tell from the theme of the channel, I'm an LSU Tigers football fan and Houston Astros baseball fan. Taylor Scott is on the mound. His first pitch is going to be to Nathaniel Lowe. And that ball is low and outside. Ball 1. One runner on first base. Langford. And Scott is dealing to Nathaniel Lowe. Here comes the next pitch. Runner is going, and he's going to be in easily. Decent throw by Caratini and good tag by Pena, but Langford was just in there. He was pretty quick. Good jump. 2 balls and no strikes to Lowe. 1 out. Here comes the pitch from Scott. That one out to left field. It's going to be down for a hit. Oh no. Alvarez misplays it. It goes under his glove and all the way to the wall. A runner's going to score. And Lowe is going to get all the way over to third. An absolutely terrible misplay by Yordan Alvarez. That's definitely going to be an error. I cringe to see this replay right now. Yordan tried to charge in to get it, but he wasn't able to get there in time, so at the last minute he had to try to get it on a short hop, and it went right by him and all the way to the wall. What a terrible play by Yordan. Runner on third. I need to update that. 5-2. One out, runner on third. Adolis Garcia gets a ball. Next pitch is on the way. That's high. Ball 2. 2-0. Man, Yordan, what are you thinking there, buddy? That line drive shot just cruised by him because he misplayed it. Third pitch is high. Good foot out of the zone. 3-0 against Garcia. Scott throwing a lot of balls. He started off the last batter with 2. Now he's got 3. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. That one is on the outside corner. Barely strike. Garcia wisely takes it. But he goes Scott's way. That's 3-1. Astros now trying to give the game back to the Rangers. This pitch is inside. Swing and a foul ball by Garcia. Strike 2. The count is full. Brian Abreu is already warming up in the bullpen for the Astros. They had to make it more interesting, right? More stressful. But no stress, no stress. My health can't take it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on third, 1 out. Here's a pitch to Garcia. Ball 4 inside. Runners on the corners. 1 out. But they do bring into play the possible double play ball. Goodness. At this rate, it might have been better to keep Kikuchi in the game. Oops, I'm sorry about that. I know that's probably very loud. Let me clear my throat. I'll put the mic on mute. All right, guys, sorry about that. I wasn't thinking when I cleared my throat. That's probably way too loud for you. That was my bad. There was a meeting at the mound just now by the coach and the infield. They came out to talk to Scott. Leody Taveras is up to bat with 1 out and runners on the corners. 5-2. 2 runs scored this inning. 5 hits for the Rangers so far. This one is strike 1 right in the zone. 0-1 is the count. Oh and 1 pitch is about to be on the way. Scott finally gets what he wants, and he throws over to first base. Garcia's back. Scott at 10 pitches so far. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Garcia's running to second, but this is fouled out of play. That'll be strike 2. Garcia's going to have to go back. Garcia is still lying down on second base. A little disappointed with all that effort for nothing. And he jogs back to first base. He's all dirty now. No balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Runners on the corners. Garcia trying to steal. Scott comes set. And here comes the pitch. Garcia does not go this time, but that pitch is off the plate for ball 1, 1 and 2. Taveras is pinch hitting for Grossman today. Grossman with no hits and a strikeout. Taveras takes a moment to step out of the box, adjust his gloves. He steps back in, and Scott's back on the rubber. Here comes the pitch. This one's hit hard into right field, and it's going to be playable. And it's going to be a tag over to third base. From third base. Lowe's going to make it home. That's deep enough to score a run. So the Rangers get a third run, drawing within 2 runs of the Astros on that sacrifice fly to right field. Espada's going to come out and get Taylor Scott. He's going to bring in Brian Abreu. That's it for Scott. Garcia stays on first base. He did not advance on that play, but the Rangers do get a run on that sacrifice fly. That lead that Kikuchi was able to help the Astros preserve is just kind of dwindling away right now. The Astros put up 3 runs in the top of the 6th to build on their lead, and the Rangers have erased that 3-run cushion and are now within 2 runs. It's 5-3 Astros with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. 10 hits for the Astros, just 5 for the Rangers. The Rangers being much more efficient with their hits than the Astros are. Astros leaving a ton of base runners on. Not to mention the errors that have cost the Astros, especially that big error by Jordan. I can't believe he played that ball like that. That was absolutely terrible. I think I can change the pitcher for the Astros. Brian Abreu looks like he's coming in. Abreu might pitch the remainder of this inning and then the next inning. If he gets this out quickly, he most likely will be pitching the next inning. They did mention that Taylor Scott has been worked pretty hard in recent games. He might be a little fatigued. Perhaps that's the reason why his performance on the mound right now hasn't been stellar. One of those earned runs, I believe, is on Kikuchi, but 2 of them are on Scott. Abreu is now on the mound facing Jonah Heim. with one runner on first and 2 outs. Here comes the first pitch from Abreu. This one skied high in the very first pitch to first base. Caught by DeCenzo for out number 3. That's it. I'm not sure what's going on. People were still on the field like it was out 2, but that's out number 3. I'm not sure exactly what everybody was thinking there. Everybody was still on the field. That was weird. Garcia stayed on first like it was 2 outs. The players, even Brian Abreu was still on the mound. They're like, what are they doing? That's out number 3. Now they know. The umpires are laughing about it. It's like nobody on the field realized that was the 3rd out. What a weird thing to happen. But that's it. Brian Abreu comes in with one pitch and gets him out of the inning with that high fly ball to first base. So a good ending for the Astros to that inning, but unfortunately they give away all the runs that they scored to pad their lead. Now they're only up by 2. And I'm going to run to the toilet, guys, because that coffee is starting to knock. You know what I'm saying? I'll be right back. All right, I made it back just in time. Yordan Alvarez at the bat. First pitch from Chafin is fouled away on the third base side for strike 1. Top of the 7th, guys. Chafin with his big hair, big mustache. Here comes the pitch. That's way inside. Almost clips Yordan on the knees. Ball 1. Yordan needs to redeem himself here. I know that he hit the home run earlier, but he needs another one to make up for that error. He basically helped to give up runs, so he has to make up for it. That one's outside, ball 2, 2-1. Chafin quickly comes set for the next pitch. Here comes another one inside, almost clips Yordan, a little close to his arms there. Ball 3, 3-1. Hader is warming up in the bullpen right now. Next one is a changeup, or that was a curve. I got it wrong. It was a slider. I called it wrong twice. 82 miles an hour on the inside, dropped in. Yordan took a swing at it but missed. The count's full, 3-2. Here comes the pitch from Chafin. That one's in the dirt. Big bouncer in the dirt. Ball 4. Yordan leaves his leg protector and bat. He lays it gently at the plate and jogs to first. Astros have a leadoff runner. And I didn't update the base runner, so that will be accurate. Another mound visit from the Rangers. They go out to talk with Chafin. Yainer Diaz is coming up to bat, who is the DH today, as Caratini is behind the plate. Diaz does have 2 hits. He's been performing well. He's now almost over 300. I think that's the first time in the season. If he's able to get to 300, that'll be the first time. That's pretty amazing. And then the Astros will have 3 hitters over 300. Alvarez, Altuve, and Diaz. 3 of their top 4 guys. Bregman's batting second, but he's only batting .250. Says that's enough for that little break, and Diaz steps into the box. Jordan on first, no outs. Here comes the first pitch from Chafin. Oh, that was a clear ball on the inside by a good 3 or 4 inches, and he called strike 1. Not sure what's going on right there with the ump, but no balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. High and inside. Ball 1. That one was about 1.5 feet out of the zone. You sure that's not a strike, ump? 1-1. Chafin has got the call that he wants. He looks over at Jordan and then delivers a pitch. This one's in the dirt. Bounces up, stopped by Heim. Ball 2, 2-1. If the pitcher has to throw a lot of pitches, is he Chafin? Nonsense. The 2-1 pitch to Diaz is on the way. This one's hit and fouled back. Inside pitch. Diaz a little upset with himself for missing that one. Counts even 2-2. What is this noise that they're playing? Some kind of really loud, crazy heavy metal on strike 2. Here comes the pitch. High fastball, strike 3. Swing and a miss by Diaz. In Minute Maid Park, whenever you get strike 2, they play the bell and the beginning guitar riff to Hell's Bells. But for some strange reason, in Globe Life Field, they play some really loud, really fast metal or something. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It looks like that's going to be it for Chafin, guys. Jeremy Pena is coming to bat, and he's got a Fielder's Choice RBI today, and that's pretty much it. He did draw a walk. I'm sorry, I looked at the wrong stat there. But for some reason, that's going to be it for Chafin. They are pulling him out. Don't know yet who they're going to replace him with, but there's 1 out here in the top of the 7th with Jordan on first base. As soon as I figure out who the pitcher is going to be, I'll let you know. But let's check the live chat, see if we got anything going on right now. Nothing else right now. Seems we've got about 8 people watching. Thanks for joining. Game 2 and Game 1, it seemed that my views and the action in the game really started to go up from the 7th inning on, and up until last inning, there wasn't really a whole lot of excitement because as far as like game drama, because the Astros were up 5-0. It wasn't a really close game, and I was expecting that there wouldn't be as many people to show up in the 7th inning today as there were yesterday and the day before. However, after Kikuchi came out, he had given up 1 solo home run, and there was a runner on base. They pulled him out. Scott proceeded to give up 2 more runs, and the Rangers drew within 2. Now there's a little bit more drama. Speaking of drama, Josh Sborz is in for the Rangers. First pitch to Jeremy Pena is a strike. 0-1 is the count with a runner on first base, 1 out. Here comes the pitch. This one's in the dirt, and it bounces away. Jordan is easily going to get to second base. That was weird. That ball bounced up and rolled out into the infield. Haven't seen anything like that in a long time. I don't remember the last time I ever saw anything like that. That ball bounced forward, went out into the infield. What did it bounce off of? Okay, it bounced off the knee of the catcher. It hit the dirt, bounced off his knee, and shot out into the infield. 1-1 on Jeremy Pena. This one's also in the dirt, but Heim is able to block that one. Jordan stays on second. So the Astros have Jordan in scoring position with 1 out. Pena batting, 2 balls, 1 strike. Josh Sborz dealing. Here comes the pitch. That one's... Ooh. Yeah, the pitch there was a good 2 inches below the zone, called strike 2. So the count is 2-2. This umpire is really being inconsistent suddenly. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Sborz. This one is bounced. Big chopper to first. He tosses to the pitcher, who barely gets over there in time to get Jeremy Pena, but Jordan easily advances over to third base. Victor Caratini's coming up to bat now with 2 outs and a runner on third. He had a solo home run, a really nice hit, his last at bat. The Ben Affleck look-alike. Here comes the first pitch from Sborz. That one's just inside corner for strike 1. That actually was on the corner. Good job, ump. He's been making some questionable calls the past couple of innings. A walk, a single, a home run. Good game for Caratini. Swing and a foul ball on this one. That was another inside corner pitch. No balls and 2 strikes. An RBI right here would be phenomenal. Caratini would be the MVP of this game for sure. No balls, 2 strikes. Calls timeout as Caratini steps out of the box, takes a break. Wow. The third baseman is so far off the base. He's over where the shortstop should be. Jordan's got like a lead halfway to the plate. This one is up to the middle. It's played on a slide by the second baseman, who gets Caratini at first. Good catch. And out. Unfortunately, the Astros come away with nothing there. They strand another runner. The MO of the Astros, the modus operandi. Brian Abreu is going to be pitching for the Astros, I would imagine. He only threw 1 pitch in the last inning. He's going to be facing Josh Smith, Corey Seager, and Marcus Semien. I can't imagine they're going to be changing any of those guys out with a pinch hitter. That's just my personal guess. Moving into the bottom of the 7th inning. Anything going on? No chats. I'll update the screen right quick and take Jordan off base there. It's kind of weird. I've got my screen open, my YouTube channel screen open. I'm watching the game live on mute, just so I can make sure everything is running smooth and that you guys, I can see what you guys are seeing. But just every few minutes, it trails behind. I have to click on the live button again just to get the update. I don't know why that is. It's very strange. YouTube is weird. Let's see here. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Game 3 in Arlington. The Astros and the Rangers fighting for the victory in this series. Their season is tied right now. I believe 6-6. The Astros and the Rangers each, I believe, have 6 wins and 6 losses against each other. Abreu's on the mound. Very first pitch to Josh Smith is grounded over to DeCenzo, who's able to grab it and step on the bag himself. One pitch, one out. Abreu has 2 pitches in this game so far and 2 outs. That's efficiency right there. That brings up Corey Seager with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Abreu looking for the pitch. Pitch call, and here it is. Swing and a miss. 88 miles per hour, low and inside. Nice breaking ball. Fooled Seager. 0-1. Here comes the second pitch. Another swing. This one's hit hard to right field. That was a rocket. Could have been a line drive home run, but it went foul by about 15 feet. Strike 2. Man, that was something else. Seager was in the box ready to go, but they had to get that ball. It bounced out into the right field, so I think he didn't realize that. Okay, now we're ready to go. 0-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch from Bryan Abreu. That one is low and in the dirt, inside, ball 1. Another one of those 88 mile per hour breaking balls, but just too far out of the zone to trick Seager. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. This one's hit out to the left field stands. 98 mile per hour fastball. Count remains 1-2. One out, 1 ball, 2 strikes against Corey Seager. Here comes a pitch from Abreu. Inside corner, fouled away. 98 miles per hour. Count remains 1-2. Abreu looking for the pitch. He's got what he wants. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Seager swings hard. Looks like it's going to be playable for Myers out in center field. Myers floats back just a few feet from the warning track and puts it away for out number 2. So despite a couple of hard hits, Seager's not able to do anything. That'll be 2 outs. Bryan Abreu doing his job so far, cruising through the batters. He's put away the last 3. Now he's facing Marcus Semien. Here comes the first pitch to Semien. That one's right in the bottom of the zone. Beautiful 98 mile per hour fastball. Strike 1. Semien takes it, but I have a feeling that if he had tried to hit it, it would have been pretty difficult. Next one is also 98 miles per hour, but up and in for ball 1. Just missed the zone. That was like one of the pitches that the umpire called a strike on one of the Astros last inning. Here comes the next pitch. This one's hit to Pena, but just through. That's going to be a base hit. Pena not able to grab it, but even if he had been, there wouldn't have been a play at first base. He had to move too far, too fast to his right, but it gets right through the hole. Abreu gives up a 2-out base hit. How fast was that pitch? I didn't get to see it. Josh Young comes up. He's 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts versus Bryan Abreu. First pitch is swing and miss inside, 97 miles an hour. Strike 1. Here comes the second pitch from Abreu. 98 miles per hour, just a few inches outside the zone for ball 1. 1-1. Abreu putting some beef on that ball. 1-1 is the count with 2 outs and a runner on first base. Here comes the pitch. That one's right in the low part of the zone. 98 miles an hour. Paints that bottom outside corner perfectly. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Abreu's placement and speed are just really good right now. Here comes the 1-2 pitch against Young. Foul ball on 100 miles an hour. I haven't I don't remember the last time I saw. I mean, Abreu throws hard, but I haven't seen 100 miles an hour from him in a while. That was right in the zone. He just tried to buzz it past Young. He barely got around enough to foul it away, but count remains 1-2. Here comes the pitch. Slider. This time he swings way too early and fouls it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Abreu trying to mix it up there and get the swing and miss. We're going to have another 1-2 count pitch. And here it comes. Right on the corner, he got it. 89 miles per hour just on the outside corner. Strike 3 got him looking. Masterful performance there by Abreu. Other than that single, shuts down the Rangers to move us into the top of the 8th. 6 hits for the Rangers with 3 runs, 10 hits for the Astros with 5 runs, 1 error for the Astros, none for the Rangers. 5-3 going into the top of the 8th inning. Due up for the Astros, the powerhouse Jake Myers. Followed by DeCenzo and Dubon. Might be a pitching update for the Texas Rangers. If there is, I'll let you know. I still have Andrew Chafin on the mound, and I know that that's not correct, but for the opposing pitchers, I think I've mentioned before, I have to download their pictures as they happen, and it takes me a couple minutes to do that and get them onto the screen. Let's say I've probably got about 90% of the Astros pitchers already in my folder, so it's easy, much faster for me to change them out. I'm getting kind of tired of seeing the useless highlights of Shohei Ohtani. Maybe I wouldn't care so much if he weren't with the Dodgers, but I've seen probably 30 times, at least 30 times since I've been doing these live streams during the breaks. They show this, the first home run that Shohei Ohtani hit as a Dodger. Who cares? Who cares? If he makes some kind of record or something, fine. But the first home run hit with the Dodgers, why do you have to keep showing that over and over again? Who cares? Jake Myers, big Jake Myers is up to bat, and he is facing Brock Burke. First pitch there is outside. Second pitch is hit to the shortstop, who fires over to first base and puts him away. So Jake Myers, the Rangers dodge a bullet there because Jake Myers and his bat are one scary combo. That brings up Zach DeCenzo, who's in his only second game in the MLB and with the Astros after coming out of AAA. Having a good game today, hitting the ball hard. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1. He's got a double, a single. He's scored. Batting average now 286. Takes a swipe at that one in the zone, fouls it away for strike 1. He didn't do anything in the game yesterday, but today he's having a pretty good game. Got his first hit as a double. That was nice. 1-1. Burke brings the pitch, and that one's low for ball 2. 2-1. They showed his family earlier, and one of the guys up there must be his younger brother. He looks just like him. 2-1. Right in the zone, 94 miles an hour, but fouled away. That'll be an even count, 2-2. $39 subscribers. Just need one more for 40. That would be nice to end the stream with 40 subscribers. Come on, guys, help me out. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Brock Burke. This one's lined down the first base side, foul. That was a hard hit. Another hard strike by DeCenzo. Brock Burke. Trying to get his picture up. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Another foul ball. Those pitches right in the zone are being fouled off by DeCenzo. Count remains 2-2. Yep, I was right. That's his brother in the crowd. He's got the Astros shirt on. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Outside. Full count. 3-2. Good at bat by DeCenzo, fouling off those strikes in the zone and laying off the ones outside the zone. Really good at bat. Good patience. Let's see if it pays off here. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. In the zone again, fouled away. 96 mile per hour, right on the edge of the zone. Good eye there. Staying alive on those fastballs. If he gets a breaking ball, he might be able to crush it. If he's getting around just a little late on the fastballs. We'll see what Burke throws right here. 10th pitch of this battle here. Outside. Gets the walk. Good at bat. Drawing the walk there is DeCenzo, a one-out base runner for the Astros. What a good job there, man. I'm impressed with this game. This game is a really good performance by DeCenzo. The single, the double, the walk, good patience at the plate. Mauricio Dubon comes up to bat. First pitch to him is a wild swing and miss for strike one. Come on now, Dubon. You can't be doing that. Next pitch is in there for strike two. 0-2. Dubon quickly goes down the count. Dubon had a really good double earlier, all the way out to the wall through the gap between left center. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. This one's fouled off the right side. A little pitch, 98 miles an hour on the corner. And he's able to stay alive there. Here comes the next pitch to Dubon. Fouled back. Count remains 0-2. Fifteen pitches now for Burke. Runner on first base, one out. 0-2 against Dubon. Here comes the pitch. In the dirt, ball one. Dubon quickly got out to 2 strikes, but after that he's been fouling them off and staying alive, and he finally takes a ball. 1-2 is the count. Let's get those runs back, guys. Here comes the pitch. And this is hit through the right side. It's going to be a single. Another hit for Dubon. Moves DeCenzo to second base. Astros now have runners on first and second with one out. Crowd booing a little bit there. They're not happy with what they're seeing. Pretty interesting stuff they're showing on. Picture of all the Astros from last year dressed up like cowboys. It's pretty funny. 11 hits for the Astros now. Runners on first and second. My personal hero, Jose Altuve, comes up. Altuve with the power in his hands to take back those 3 runs that the Astros gave up in the bottom of the 6th. But it looks like there is a pitching change. Is there a pitching change? Or did they just take a timeout? Maybe the coach... I can't see the screen. They've got this picture on the screen. They won't let me see the game, so I can't see what's going on. But there's a delay, some kind of timeout or a pitching change going on. Crowd didn't seem to like it either. They were booing. It better not be a pitching change because I just updated Brock Burke's picture and name on the screen. I'd have to update it again. There we go. Okay, first pitch to Altuve's in there for strike one. It was a really long mound visit, abnormally long mound visit by the Rangers. Altuve's batting .309 from the 7th inning on in the MLB this year. He hits one really hard out to left field. It's going back to the wall. No, it's going to come short. Altuve gives a ride, threatening a home run, but he just had too much air underneath it, and it died right at the warning track. What a great shot. A good strike by Altuve, just coming up a little short. The runners can't advance on that. 2 away. Alex Bregman comes up. 2 outs, 2 runners on. I'm starting to run out of gas here, guys. I need to get back in bed. It's after 6 a.m. and whew, I'm feeling it. Here comes the first pitch from Burke to Bregman. Outer upper corner, strike one. 86 mile per hour curveball. Runners on first and second. Here comes the pitch to Bregman. Fouled back. 0-2. Burke ahead in the count. Man, it feels like forever since it has been forever since Altuve's hit a home run. He's just a few days away from being 30 days without a home run. That's crazy. Here's the next pitch to Bregman. Fouled away again. Count remains 0-2. 97 mile per hour fastball on that one. DeCenzo and Dubon were off and running on that pitch. Looked like a double steal going on. Pretty crazy. 0-2. Long delay by Burke. It looks like he's finally ready to deliver the pitch. Here it comes. Bregman hits a line drive shot into center. It's going to get into the gap. That's going to score DeCenzo. Dubon's over to third. A last-minute grab by the right fielder to keep it from going to the wall. A 2-out single RBI for Alex Bregman. So the Astros managed to score this time instead of stranding the runners. Good shot by Bregman there. The Astros add another insurance run there. It's now 6-3 Astros with 12 hits. Garcia did a good job of getting over there and keeping that ball from going to the wall. 2 runners on for Yordan Alvarez and 2 outs. Burke still on the mound. Here comes the pitch. Just off the outside corner, 98 miles an hour. Taken for ball 1. 2 walks and a home run for Yordan today. First couple of at-bats, they weren't throwing to him. They were just throwing all around him, but he finally made him pay when he got a ball in the zone. This one is hit out the left field. Looks like it's going to be a fly ball, easy out, and he does on the run. That's going to be out number 3. Yordan slams his helmet down. He's not too happy with himself. But the Astros do come away with a run. 12 hits and 6 runs for the Astros. If you look at the amount of runners that they've stranded on base, it becomes really insane that they only have 6 runs. But we're going to go into the bottom of the 8th. With the Astros up by 3. And who's coming up for the Rangers? Looks like Wyatt Langford, Nathaniel Lowe, and Adolis Garcia. I doubt that Abreu will be on the mound. Right now it still says Abreu, but I'm guessing that they will bring in Presley or Hader. They did have Hader warming up earlier. They might be bringing him in a little early. As soon as they do, I'll let you know. I'll update that. Ruben says, got you, 40 subs. Man, awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks a lot. That's cool. I think before I went to bed last night, maybe I was around 30 or right at 30. So I was able to get 10 from that time until now. I really appreciate that. That's pretty cool. Seeing the growth is nice. I don't know if you guys have ever run a YouTube channel or if you've tried to or if you have one now, but it takes quite a bit of effort. I do have another channel that has about 3,000 subscribers. You know, that's much bigger than this channel, but that's still nothing. I don't make any money on it. I think on that channel I have about $70 sitting in my YouTube account from, ad money, but I can't actually get that money until it reaches 100. YouTube's policy is that you have to have at least $100 before you get a payout, so I haven't actually technically made money from YouTube yet. And that channel is about my old house. I have an old house here in Japan that I'm remodeling. Unfortunately, that channel came to a standstill after I got to 3,000 subs because of my health. I haven't been able to do much with it. So that's why I started this. So I appreciate you guys supporting me. Ryan Presley is on the mound, actually. So they had Hader warming up, but Presley comes in. He's facing Wyatt Langford. The first pitch, curveball, 80 miles an hour on the outside corner, strike one. Kind of strange that they had Hader warming up. Maybe that was just Hader wanting to get loose. This one is hit to left field. That's going to be all the way to the wall. It looks like McCormick is out there actually right now. A double, leadoff double by Wyatt Langford on the second pitch of the bottom of the eighth. A solid strike. All the way out there. Just a few bounces to the wall. Yep, Chas McCormick has replaced Jordan out in left field. I guess they figured that they got the last at-bat out of Jordan. Now they need the better fielder. I can't say I blame them. Nathaniel Lowe is now up to bat. After Jordan's nonsense, giving up that run with that terrible error and the extra bases. Yeah, they can't allow that again. That was terrible. 1-0, the count. Here comes the next pitch from Presley. Another curveball, but this one low and in the dirt for ball two. 2-0. Presley looking for the call. He's got what he wants. Takes a glance at second. Here comes the pitch. This one's right up the middle. Is it going to be playable? It is. Myers grabs the line drive, holding the runner at second. That'll be out number one. So they're putting the ball on the bat with Presley so far. Luckily that one was straight at Myers. He just had to take a few steps in to get that one. Adolis Garcia comes in. 3 for 7 against Presley with a strikeout for his career. This game, no hits for Garcia. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss. High fastball, 94 miles an hour. Strike one. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Low and away, 90 miles an hour. 0-2. Presley jumps out to lead the count against Garcia. Runner on second. Garcia steps out of the box. Ump calls timeout. Presley trying to shut down the Rangers after giving up that opening double. No balls, 2 strikes to Adolis Garcia. Here comes the pitch. It'll tap her right up to the mound. There's not going to be a play. Not really sure why Presley didn't charge that one. Caratini came out to grab it. Langford actually didn't make it over to third on that play. He didn't run. Seems that on that tapper, he didn't think that he was going to be able to make it to third, so he didn't run over. Luckily, the Rangers don't advance the runner, but now Garcia is on first base. 2 runners on with 1 out. Leody Taveras is now pinch hitting for Grossman. You know, he came in as a pinch hitter last at bat. First pitch to him is outside for a ball. He's 1 for 9 versus Presley in his career with 2 strikeouts. Let's get a double play ball here. That'd be nice. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1, 1-1. Can't just end these games without the drama, right? Always got to have the drama. Got about 13 people watching now, just over a dozen. It's a baker's dozen, right? Thanks for joining. I appreciate you being here. Like, if you can, at least. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Taveras takes that for strike 2. 83 miles an hour. Up and out, but in the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rangers have crept up to 8 hits. Astros with 12. The 1-2 count pitch from Presley. He sets up and he's about ready to deliver. Here it comes. This one's popped straight up. Is it going to be playable? Bregman is over. Can't quite get there. It lands right behind the dugout, so probably about 8 feet or so out of play for Bregman. Very close to the cameraman. Surprised Bregman didn't jump over into the dugout to catch that one. I wouldn't be surprised. He's always able to suck those foul balls up over there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Presley dealing to Taveras. He's got the pitch that he wants. Comes set. Takes a look around at second. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3 on the inside corner. Nice curveball, 83 miles an hour. Swing and miss. Taveras goes down for out number 2. So after that leadoff double, Presley comes back for the next 2. I'm sorry. He comes back with 1, and then a tapper hit for Garcia, and then another. Now he's facing Jonah Heim. First pitch to Heim is in the dirt, ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. I hope so. 1 ball, no strikes to Heim. Here comes a pitch from Presley. This one's out to left field. It's going to fall in for a single, and it's going to score a run. Langford will easily score, but Garcia will be held at second. So the Rangers do manage to strike with 2 outs on that single by Heim. Astros are now just up by 2. So this is what I mentioned earlier in the game. I was talking about the Astros' main problem, which was leaving runners on base, and their secondary problem, which is their relievers giving up runs. And if they only have small leads, that's no good, because they've got to be able to hold the game. They've got to be able to hold it when they have the save opportunities. And once again, they're showing that, because Kikuchi only gave up 1 run through more than 5 innings with a solo shot home run. But after that, the Astros have given up 3. Presley now dealing to Josh Smith. First one is a curveball inside for ball 1. So it's just the same issues over and over and over again right now with the Astros. Josh Smith is 0 for 4 today. Here comes the next pitch to him. Swing and a miss, low, 90 miles an hour, 1-1, evening up the count. Vincent says, I don't know if Seager is going to hit the cover or hit the over on his fantasy score. Yeah, I haven't been following it, so I don't know. Fly ball by Josh Smith. It's going to be playable for Chas McCormick in left field. He barely has to move to get it. And he puts it away for out number 3. So Presley does give up several base runners and a run, unfortunately. Not the kind of performance you want to see from a one-inning reliever. But the Astros still have the lead, 6-4, going into the top of the 9th. Yainer Diaz is coming up, followed by Jeremy Pena and Victor Caratini. I would imagine that there aren't going to be any changes there. If there's a pinch hitter at all, it would be probably for Pena. But Astros may leave it like it is. We'll see. I don't think they've got a pinch hitter that would be better than keeping Pena in there. Pena is not a stellar hitter, but probably a better choice than anybody they have as a pinch hitter. They're showing some highlights from the Ronel Blanco no-hitter. It's kind of funny that he threw that on April Fool's Day. That's interesting. Got more than a dozen people watching right now, or it just dropped down to a dozen. 41 subscribers. Great. Thanks very much, guys. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for coming in to Go Tiger Astros. Right now we're covering, or I am covering, I say we, I'm the only one here. Me and my big crew of people. All of my producers and writers and scripters and IT guys covering the Astros games. Actually, I'm doing everything myself from Japan. It's almost 6:30 in the morning here. I had to get up really early today to get this game set up. I got up at 2:30 in the middle of the night. But I believe that I actually wound up getting up at least 30 minutes too early because I was ready to go, but I'm going back to bed as soon as this game is over. David Robertson is on the mound facing Diaz. The first pitch to him is 93 miles an hour, up and in, swing and a miss, strike one. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Robertson. This one's tapped foul by Diaz, 0-2. David Robertson, I think I have his image in my folder already. Let me see. No, I don't. I'm going to have to download his picture too. Next pitch is in the dirt for ball 1, 1-2. David Robertson. Hader is warming up in the bullpen for the Astros as Diaz hits one right up the middle, line drive single. So the Astros have a leadoff runner. Whoops, I still have base runners on first and second. Let me change that. Got one on first. Good job by Diaz to get that hit after getting down in the count. Now he's on base. First pitch to Pena is fouled back for strike one, 94 miles per hour. 0-1. 13 hits now for the Astros. Diaz on first base with no outs. Robertson dealing to Pena. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Pena showing bunt, pulls back, ball 1, 1-1. I just got Robertson's picture saved. I can update on that screen on the screen in just a minute. 1-1. Here comes the pitch to Pena. Oh, almost hit him. Did it hit him? He says it hit him. Umpire says take first base. It's going to be a hit by pitch by Robertson. That's 2 hit by pitches for Pena. He's been nicked on the arm a couple of times. Let's take another look at it. Yeah. He just got his right arm just by a little bit, right below the glove. So, yeah, that's definitely a hit by pitch. 2 runners on, first and second. Diaz on second with that base hit. Pena on first with being hit. They've actually got Ort and Hader warming up in the bullpen right now. Caratini comes to the plate, batting left-handed, having a pretty good game so far. Takes the pitch outside for ball 1. Caratini with a walk and a couple of hits. This is a swing and foul ball. 1-1 is the count. I don't know why the commentator just said he was down on the count 0-2. The count is 1-1. Here comes the pitch. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The commentator is off in another world. He just said that he struck out. He went down swinging on strike 3, but that was strike 2. It's 1-2. Don't listen to him. Listen to me, guys. Here comes the next pitch from Robertson. This one is grounded. Looks like it's going to be a double play from shortstop to second to first. 2 outs. But the Astros will have a runner on third as Diaz advances. I'm surprised they didn't actually go for Diaz. I think they might have had time to get him at third base. I wonder why they went to second. I guess they wanted the sure double play, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Whoops, I need to change that. There we go. Runner on third base, 2 outs. That brings up Jake Myers. He's 0 for 4 today because he's being nice to the Rangers. But he's the powerhouse. There's no telling what he's capable of here. First pitch, he hits it out to right field. It sails over Garcia's head. Is he back to catch it? He's barely able to get it. Garcia seemed like he had trouble reading that one. All the way to the wall. Finally, he's able to get under it. Man, it's very strange. I feel like Garcia has a hard time reading those high fly balls in this stadium. Every time I see the ball way up there like that, he moves around and at the last minute makes a kind of a last minute jerky catch. Doesn't look sure of himself out there. It would have been nice to drop that one, but unfortunately for the Astros, he makes the catch. That'll be out number 3, and that'll do it for the Astros in the top of the 9th. We'll move into the bottom of the 9th with the Astros up by 3, 6-3. I'm sorry, 6-4. 6-4 over the Rangers. 13 hits for the Astros, 9 hits for the Rangers. First 5 innings of this game were pretty low scoring. Astros with 2 runs, Rangers with none. And then from the 6th inning on, both teams have scored 4. Still hoping for Kikuchi to get this win. Astros need to shut down the Rangers in the top of the 9th to secure this win and the win for Kikuchi. This will be second great outing for Kikuchi with the Astros. I did manage to get David Robinson, is that his name? His picture downloaded, but didn't get it updated in time. Doesn't really matter. He won't be pitching again, I'm sure. Who's on the mound for the Astros? Going to be Hader or Ort. Maybe it's going to be Hader. Looks like it is. They're showing his picture on screen. So I'll put his picture in, and I'll go ahead and update it. It's probably going to be Hader. First pitch is incoming. I need to hurry up and get back into the screen here so I can see what's going on. Yep. It's in there, fouled away. First pitch to Corey Seager is fouled back for strike 1. It is Hader in the game. I was correct about that. I guess they had Ort warming up just in case the Astros scored several runs, but since the game is so close, they brought in Hader. As long as he doesn't give up base runners and home runs, he'll be all right. 0-1, he gets the call. Here comes the pitch. Fouls it back. Strike 2. 96 miles per hour on the upper outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Another foul back from a similarly located pitch. High and outside on that corner, 97 miles an hour. Here comes another 0-2 pitch from Hader. Seager takes that one way outside for ball 1, 1-2. Vincent, I don't know what the over is for Seager, but I guess you're pulling for it here. Oh, I didn't update the base runner here. This pitch is fouled away again. 97 mile per hour fastball. Seager staying alive to get more pitches. But if he keeps fouling the ball off, Hader might get angry and start throwing much faster. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Strikeout. Gets the pitch low in the zone. Swing and a miss. Good pitch. 85 miles per hour. After throwing a lot of heat, Hader finally comes in with a breaking pitch. Off speed. Seager's way out ahead of it and misses it by at least 2.5 or 3 inches. That was a good pitch by Hader. Nice slider. 1 out. That brings up Marcus Semien. Here comes the first pitch. That was close. Right on the outside corner, strike 1. Could have gone either way. 0 for 3 versus Josh Hader for his career is Marcus Semien. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on the inside. That was in the dirt. Good grief. That slider really fooled him. 83 miles an hour. 0-2. Come on, Hader. Help me get back to sleep. I want to go back and lay down. I need another 5 hours, I think. Put my blindfold on. Put my earplugs in. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. High fly ball out into right field. Everybody's in on it, but it looks like Dubon is going to take it. DeCenzo ran out there, but Dubon called him off and took it for out number 2. Feeling a little better now. No base runners. Astros up by 2. 6-4 here in the bottom of the 9th. Josh Young comes up to bat to face Josh Hader with 2 outs. You guys stick around after the game. I'm going to give some quick summary of the game and let you know what's coming up next for the Astros. Here's the pitch. Check swing by Young. Ball 1, high in the zone, 96 miles an hour. That was really close to the strike zone there. 0 for 4 versus Josh Hader and 2 strikeouts. Josh Young's record so far. Little pop-up to the infield. Is Altuve going to be able to get it? He is. He easily puts it away. My hero puts the game away. 3 up and 3 down for Josh Hader. That's something you don't see very often. No home runs given, no hits, no base runners. Astros win the series 6-4, and they break the tie for the season with the Rangers. They lead the series, I believe, 7-6. This is Josh Hader's 24th consecutive save. Pretty good game for him. And now that the game is over, I'm going to update you guys on a game summary. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for those of you who stuck around to listen to the game and like the channel, subscribe, all of that stuff, comment. All of these things help me out. Not only do they help the channel to grow, but they actually help to encourage me and keep me going, because this channel is an experiment. Like I said earlier, I've said before, I just want to see if it's something that I can sustainably do. I'd love to build something at home, that I can do from home rather, because of my health issue. I'm fighting cancer, so your help is supported. I do take donations too. If you're interested in that, you can follow my link in the PayPal link below. But if the channel grows, I'll stick with it. I'll keep doing the games. I'll do the playoff games, and later on, I'll be doing the LSU Tiger football games and potentially even the NCAA football playoff games. So we'll see how it goes from here. But for now, let's do a game summary. What we got here, the Astros take the series from the Rangers at home in Arlington, 2-1. So here's the game summary for you. Yusei Kikuchi gets the win today. His overall record is now 5-9. He has a no decision and a win with the Astros. He's got some pretty good stats so far. He's pitched for 20 strikeouts his last 2 starts with the Astros. He gave up an earned run. Oh, he actually has 2 earned runs today because he had a base runner and he gave up a solo home run, so he does have 2 earned runs credited to him. He pitched 5.1 innings, 5 1/3 innings, gave up 3 walks, and just 4 hits. Good outing for Kikuchi. The Astros were able to get their bats on the ball enough to give him some support, win this game 6-4. But here's the scoring summary. Lots of hitting going on in this game. Astros wind up with 13 hits, the Rangers with 9. Pena grounded into a fielder's choice to the shortstop. Bregman scored on that play in the first inning. That was the first run of the game. In the top of the third, Alvarez homered to center field, 415 feet. That's his second homer in 2 games, 2-0 Astros. In the top of the 6th, Caratini homered to right field, putting the Astros up 3-0. After that, in the top of the 6th, with DeCenzo on base, Dubon he hit a strike to left field, doubling off the wall, and that gave the Astros another run. They were up 4-0. Right after that, Altuve singled to center field, scoring Dubon, giving the Astros a 5-0 lead. The Rangers finally started scoring in the bottom of the 6th also, with 3 runs of their own, starting with Semien homering to left, making it 5-1. Lowe came up and tripled to left field, scoring Langford, making it 5-2. And then Taveras had a sacrifice fly to right field, scoring Lowe, making it 5-3, bringing the Rangers within 2 runs. In the top of the 8th, Bregman singled to right, scoring DeCenzo, which gave the Astros a 3-run advantage at the time. In the bottom of the 8th, the Rangers threatened to come back and added a run when Himes singled to left, scoring Langford to make it 6-4. But from there would be no more runs scored, and the Astros would win with a final score of 6-4. There was one error in the game, and it was just a terribly misplaced ball by Yordan Alvarez out in left field. There was a line drive hit out there, and he charged it at first like he was going to try to catch it, but then at the last minute, he pulled up and he tried to catch it on a one hop right in front of him. It went under his glove, went all the way to the wall, cost the Astros a run, and it allowed the hitter to get all the way to third base. It was pretty ridiculous. If you can see the highlights on that later, I suggest you do it. Totally misjudged that hit. So what do the Astros have coming up in the next game? They're going to be playing in Boston. I've already got my live stream set up for that, so if you guys are interested in listening to that, you can go click on that and follow. So the game, the Astros are going to be off tomorrow. They're going to have a day off before they go to Boston. They're going to be playing 2 days from now. The current probable pitchers listed for the Astros and the Red Sox are as follows. Ronel Blanco on the mound versus Tanner Houck, or Hawk, however you say his name, I don't know. ERA for Blanco's 2.98, 3.09 for Tanner. And Blanco has had a pretty good year. His record is only 9-6, but overall he's been a huge bonus to the Astros organization this year, one of their key pitchers. Looking for another good performance from him, keeping the runs down for at least 6 or 7 innings. He has the ability to go full games. It'd be nice to see him do another one. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys right now. I want to say again, thank you for joining. Thank you for listening in. Any comments or questions that you have, feel free to post them. All of you who joined in the chat, all of you guys, thank you so much. Max, Terrell, Ruben, Vincent, thank you so much for chiming in. I hope to see you guys in 2 days. I'm going to enjoy this break and get some sleep. That's all I have for you today here on Go Tiger Astros. Until next time, have a good week, okay? See you guys.